not talking about what we were just talking about, okay?
Okay.
Oh, and there he is at the last second. At the very last second.
Very last second.
You're late,
I
Kowalski.
just told them that Josh has retired.
Exactly.
And that Vance would no longer be in the campaign.
Right.
Now we are broadcasting, so we'll probably cut that part out. But I wanted to catch up to speed. Okay. So as we left off last week, some of you were at the barracks, and one of you was not at the barracks. Now, who was that?
That me.
Oh, yeah. The halfling strode away from the group and decided to sample Black Smoke's nightlife. So what we're going to do is we're going to see how that goes. And you guys who are back at the house can just observe. Fair enough?
Yep.
All right, I didn't plan my own spin-off adventure, but here we go.
And you guys can listen to whatever you want, but you cannot affect any action because you don't even know where he is. And we're not going to make it the whole night, so don't worry. I don't want you guys to sit there and twiddle your thumbs. So let's just hit it. So if you recall, you came into town on horseback after most of a day's ride. You were immediately ushered to see the magistrate. He asked a few questions. You answered a few questions. Things didn't go so smoothly. He decided to pick it up again in the morning. Fenitas, you decided not to go to the barracks.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it works is that the city guard headquarters is on a little peninsula that's on the corner of the river, the main river, and the smaller tributary. I can get the map if you need me to, but I want to just verbally do this. And as you walk out, you come right to the corner at the edge of the city where the waterfront docks meet the city guard headquarters. And that whole area is called the Smob. And the Smob is like the slums. The longshoremen live there. And as you go across the street, you immediately notice that this is not a nice part of town. The river's off to your right. It's dark now. There's not much action there. But you can start to hear the clinking of glasses, the shouting, the singing. You hear music. You see people walking around. If you look to the left, you see densely packed buildings with narrow, sometimes dirt paths that break up this nightlife. So the main drag is more like trading buildings and hotels. Okay, and then you can see kind of down one of the roads, you start to see some, candle lights and see some people milling about in the street and, some voices. So what do you do?
I guess he just searches for the nearest, most welcoming inn.
All right, so you go 2 blocks down on the corner. There's a corner entrance there's a veranda. And there's double doors. Looks like a saloon.
All right, I'll go ahead and just enter the saloon. Not trying to drag any attention to myself.
Okay, roll perception.
1.
Okay. You walk in. You don't think anybody noticed you. And you look around. It's like it looks a lot more crowded inside than it did when you were outside. You can hear you hear the glasses and the voices, and you immediately notice that there's no halflings in here that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fen is probably very accustomed to being the only one of his kind.
Yeah, I mean, most places you go, you're the only halfling.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the music stops when you come in. It's like,
yeah,
you go in and you're in.
Mm-hmm.
And you can keep a pretty low profile because you're low.
Yeah. All right. I think in that case, I'll just wander up to the bar, hop up onto one of the bar stools, and then just.
Hey, what are you doing? There's no room. What the hell? Hey, look at this. I think someone's kid is here looking for a drink.
Um, my face immediately just flushes red.
All right. Where's your dad? Where's your mom?
Not a kid. I'm a halfling. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. Hey, there's a halfling over here. You need some room? Should I pick you up and put you on the bar?
All right.
And he like reaches down like the.
He'll immediately just hop off the bar stool and then just start walking out. And let's see. I think he'll just fucking like he'll mage hand and just like slam the door open.
Yeah.
And then just as he's walking out, just like look back, and with the door open, he'll just fucking fire a hole through the door, and the shape of a middle finger. And then just
what are you using to put a hole in the door?
Eldritch Blast in the shape of a middle finger, though.
So you're gonna okay. So you roll to hit the door. Door has armor class. Door has armor class 1.
All right. Well, I got a 16, so I think good.
All right. So you blast a hole in the door, and there are some people like right there. They see you do it.
Yeah.
And they start like running away, screaming.
What?
Oh my God! Did you see that? Something came out of his head.
Don't even know what magic is. What is this place?
And all right, make another perception check.
That's not a 1 this time. So 13.
Yeah, there definitely are some people paying attention to you right now.
Yeah.
Nearby.
All right. At this
most
point,
of the people have stopped walking.
All right.
Make another. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I am just gonna cast fly on myself, like as I'm walking, like hands in my pockets, and just sort of like walk, but then like start to slowly like angle upwards.
Okay.
And just get the fuck out of there. Realize that the smob is no longer where I wish to be, and I'll just try and sneak back into the barracks, where Hagen and Guanjun are.
All right. So you try to fly, and for some reason it doesn't make you fly.
Okay.
So you walk and you think you're cool, and then you realize quickly you're not rising. So what do you do?
All right. Does that use up the spell slot?
I would say don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, it's just that's my last spell. So.
Yeah, I mean you try to cast fly and it doesn't seem to work.
All right.
So again, it's so you're like walking. I mean, no one's chasing you or anything. You're just walking away from the scene.
Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna try and like slip into the shadows and just sneak back towards the barracks.
Okay, so you're about 4 blocks from the barracks.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You're on like a main drag, and you just came out of this place. You walked about 50 feet, unless you're still walking. You're going to the north, and the barracks is to the west, and it's a little bit southwest.
Okay. I think I'll try and find the nearest like side road to get me back.
Okay, so at the corner that you could take a left, and you can go back to the west.
I'll do that.
Okay. You're walking.
Yeah, I'm walking. That's about it.
I
think maybe.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think I'll try to like prestidigitation to make my clothes and everything look more dingy. Maybe try and cover up the symbol of the mage college that's probably somewhere on me.
Okay, you modify your look.
Yeah.
What do you look like now?
I probably just look like a homeless kid now.
like the nearest person you just saw?
Probably, yeah. Just the last homeless child I saw, probably sleeping in in an alleyway.
Okay. You walk one more block, and you see, like, right in front of you is someone looking directly at you. He looks like a human. He's bigger than you, obviously. And he's staring at you. He's about 100 feet in front of you. Probably
Okay.
close to the next corner.
Is he just like staring like in the middle of the road? Is he just like standing
Well,
there?
you're probably somewhere in the road. He's looking where you are. And
Okay, but
he starts to walk towards you.
all right, I'll immediately try and just dodge. Like, just I'm still nonchalantly walking, but I'll try and
Yeah.
like dodge down like an alleyway.
Well, there's really no alleyway there, right? They're all tightly knit buildings. I mean, there's some tiny spaces between buildings, but you don't know where they go. It's dark.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm gonna try and like, if he's coming this way, I'm just gonna walk like way off to the other side and
Okay,
try
you try
like
the other
nothing's
side of the street.
happening.
All right. Yeah, he walks about halfway towards you and stops. Are you walking in the opposite direction?
Yeah, I'm still trying to walk back towards the barracks.
Okay, so he's still in front of you, but across the street. Roll another perception.
15.
Okay, you see another guy. He seems to be looking at this other guy. He's on your side of the street. And that guy's also looking at you.
Okay.
Looks very similar to the other guy. Not twins, but.
All right. What exactly are they wearing?
So both of these guys have like brownish red leather armor.
Armor.
It's not padded or hardened leather armor. It's definitely not a jacket.
Okay.
And they have roll another perception check. See how good you are.
5.
So you see, that's basically what you see. It's like a reddish brown, leathery look. And they have sort of matted, dark hair, long.
Okay.
But you can't see their eyes from under their bangs.
Okay.
Are you still walking?
Are there any form of city guard nearby? Any sort of patrols?
All
Have
right,
I seen any patrols lately?
Roll perception again.
21.
So you haven't seen city guard, but you don't really know what they would look like anyway. You haven't seen any of their patrols, but you don't recognize any uniformed guardsman type guys.
Okay.
You don't even know if they patrol at this point.
All
You
right.
don't know, Black.
I think I'll just sort of continue walking, just like it's a normal thing.
Okay, so you walk. This guy is in front of you now. He's on the sidewalk, kind of like with you. You're gonna walk straight up. You're gonna walk to him.
No, I'll just go to walk around him. Just like as if you were walking down a hallway in a building. You go to
All right.
avoid the other person.
You walk past him.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't seem to move.
Okay.
Roll another perception.
Another 21.
So the other guy, you're walking like right parallel. You got to see these two guys are actually parallel on either side of the street, and you're walking up to one of them. Okay? When you look over, you look at the other guy, he's coming across the street.
All right. Is he coming toward me?
I mean, you're all there. I mean, you're all in a space that's probably 50-foot radius. Not
Okay.
that far.
I'm saying, does it look like he's making it a point to come directly at me, or is he just crossing the street?
He's just crossing the street.
Then I'm just walking.
All right. You go past, and now they're behind you somewhere.
Yeah. As far as I know, they have no business with me, so I don't have any business with them.
Okay. So you walk to the end of that block. It's like 2 more blocks to get to the road, which is the main road to the guardhouse, the guard headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
Now roll perception again.
16.
All right, you see a similarly dressed guy up ahead.
Maybe this is a city guard.
That would be interesting.
Okay, so is he just standing there? Is he walking towards me? Is he walking?
You know what it is? You're walking and you're like really feeling a lot of pressure about what's around you, and your eyes are darting in all directions at this point. You know you have 2 guys behind you somewhere. You're not even looking at them, and you just see the same look in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Like there aren't too many people around here, but there are some, and you see this stand out in front of you on the same side of the street.
All right. Is there still any alleyways that I could like see the end of, or any just like does the street turn at any one point that I can maybe roundabout towards the bridge?
There
Overseas
is
the car?
there is an alley up on your right that you
But can I
can't.
see the end of it?
Well, as you're walking up, do you want to look down the alley?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not sure.
Okay.
It doesn't look as short as the other alleys, but you don't see the next block.
Okay. I am not gonna risk that then. I'll just keep walking. You know.
All right. Roll perception again.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
and I'll just 4.
All right. So as you're looking down that alley, you are pushed from someone right behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me see if this actually works.
All right. As soon as that happens, Sailgrog is immediately gonna start like shaking Guanjun because I left Sailgrog back with
Wait, why did this work? Hold it. All right. Yeah, so that happens. Okay. So you get pushed,
Okay.
and you are now on your face in the alley. And when you like go to look at who did it, you just see this big, like canvas being brought down on you. You can't see around you, and you can react.
All right.
You look up. You look up. It's like a sail. It's a
Mhm.
big canvas blocking out the sky, and it's coming down on you.
Okay. Well, the one question I have then is, do I still have a spell slot, or did trying to fly take it up?
Well, you got to try to cast something if you want to find out for sure.
All right. In that case, I will. I'll cast Misty Step as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And that can briefly surrounded by silvery mist, you teleport up to 30 feet. And so I'll immediately just teleport 30 feet away.
To where? Tell me where
Uh,
you want to go. Hold on, let me look that up. Misty Step. I just like to look things up sometimes.
yeah, you can. So basically, if I'm walking down the street,
Can you go? You
and
can only go back to where you've seen. It's in your recent memory.
it's anywhere that I can see. So if I'm pushed down and I just look over to the side before I get the canvas put on me, I would just teleport like, over that way. So if I'm coming down the street and this guy
Hold on.
is right on my side, I'm basically teleporting to the opposite side of the street, and then I'm gonna begin to run.
Okay, hold on, Misty Step. Just see this. It's instantaneous. Briefly surrounded by them that you can see. Well, here's the thing. When you're casting this, you can't see anything but the tarp. So you can try to teleport in another direction. Like if you when you look up, you cannot see the street. Okay, so if you want to quickly turn your head to the other side and go further down the alley, maybe you can do that. But you can't go back. You have to be able to see it. It's not a memory-based thing.
All right, and instead of trying to teleport out, then I am just gonna try and blast a hole through the bottom of this canvas,
Okay.
and most likely where the person trying to put it over me is standing.
Okay.
So that's gonna be so it's just Eldritch Blast to blow through it. So it's gonna be an 11 and a 1, which I get to reroll because I'm a halfling.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be 20 and an 18 to just blow through the canvas, and that'll do 20 damage.
All right, so you shoot that. Let me just see how that's going to turn out. You definitely, in one of the blasts, you hit the guy who's holding it. You make a hole in the canvas. Maybe it's the size of a dinner plate, 2 holes. And after that, now the canvas is on you. Okay, it's a big canvas, and you feel 2 sets of hands. While you're under the canvas, they are grabbing at you. So they're gonna roll to hit here.
All right. While this is happening, Sailgarg immediately is like shaking Guanjun awake.
Yeah, Guanjun, you could.
Hey! Someone's trying to kidnap Fendathas.
I'm deep sleep. I'm actually having a really bad time. Nightmares and
Right.
visions happening. I wake up suddenly. I turn over to the shaking. I'm like, "Don't disturb me!"
Wait, how does Sailgrog talk to Guanjun? Do you have a
What do you
voice?
mean?
Can he
Yeah,
speak?
Yeah. It's an imp.
So he okay. So you can talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Max.
In that case, Sailgrog will like just immediately fly over to Hagen's room and just do.
And I'm awake now. But like that was my first reaction, right? But then
Okay, go ahead. Just roleplay.
Fendathas is getting stolen. Wake up!
I sit up and I shake it off a little bit and it's like, these nightmares. Where's Selgrog? Where are you? What? And do I hear Selgrog banging on his door?
Yeah.
Hagen doesn't seem to be affected.
Okay.
By the imp's tiny
I start
knuckles.
I start donning my armor on while he's banging on his door. I'm like, Selgrog, what is it? And while he's banging on his door.
All right, so pause. Okay, that goes on. That's what's been happening since this round. Okay. So how does Sailgrog communicate? Do you tell him what to say, or does he just see what you see and say what he wants?
No, I can telepathically communicate with him as long as.
So it's your words. It's your words that are coming out, or.
No, I am basically just like, hey, tell them to say this, and he obeys because it's
okay. I got you. Okay, so in that time, Thanatos, you feel very strong hands through the canvas, now like cocooning you into this canvas and holding you down. You can't really move your hands unless you want to roll strength, an athletics check with against the guys who have you. And your face is covered, and you're inside like a canvas, and they're like spinning it around you.
Okay,
that's what's happening in this round.
All right, in that case, I'm just gonna begin to scream for help.
Okay, so you're screaming. Okay, now go back to the other place. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, so I'm donning my armor while I said, Selgrog, what is it, Selgrog? And Hagen can react.
Not now, Guanjun. I'm trying to sleep.
And Selgrog's banging on your door.
Yeah, little tiny hands like.
It's like one knuckle. It's like this.
Yeah, I think in Hagen's mind, in his sleep state, it's just the assumption that it's Guanjun trying to apologize or convince him of something. He's just like, oh, I'm good.
All you preconceived notions out there.
So I'm a pretty good pro at getting my armor on by now, so it takes me
yeah. It takes you
not too long to get it on.
Yeah, it takes you 3 rounds. Put your armor on. So three rounds has gone by. Time has gone by. What is Sailgrog saying, Max? What would he say?
Now that you've woken up on the right side of the bed, they're trying to take Fendathos. God knows where. He's in a sack right now. You might want to help him.
Finn's in trouble, so?
Yes.
And I just burst open. I want to just shoulder open Hagen's door.
Oh my God! The doors and the horses in this game just take such a beating.
Don't shoulder open the door.
Don't be a horse in this game. I'm gonna have all new players come in as horses and doors. See how they like it.
I'm shouldering it open.
All right, so that you
Do I
push
have to
the
roll
door
for
open.
that?
No. The door isn't even locked. I don't even know.
Cool.
Why
Yeah, I don't even care. I just burst it. Boom! And then Hagen hears this huge, loud clang. I'm like, Hagen, on your feet, man! Finn's in trouble. Let's go.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, immediately like scrambling out of bed, grabbing my my satchel, swinging it over my shoulder, pulling my boots on.
Mm-hmm.
And then out the door.
while those rounds are happening, am I able
Yeah.
to make some sort of maybe like acrobatics check to try and slip out of their grasp?
Yeah, you can squirm. I'll give you a chance to squirm.
Okay.
Good. You have to really squirm. So let's roll off.
All right. What kind of check am I making?
So you're basically doing an athletics check or a strength check with against these guys because they have you. So
Okay.
you would have to break their grip. Okay. You're basically, what do they call it? Incapacitated. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're trying to grapple your way out of being incapacitated or immobilized. Okay.
All right. Well, that's a 6.
All right. So you do not win that one.
Yeah. Damn it.
Okay. I rolled a 16. So
Close.
now you're now off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are in essentially, I guess this is some technique that they use when they kidnap people. They take a small sail and they turn it into a satchel. And you're off the ground, and it's very, very tight. You cannot really move your hands because they know that you could maybe be a spellcaster. Okay.
Okay.
And
the whole time I'm screaming bloody murder.
Yep. You're screaming. But
Yeah,
you know that you've been moving because they dragged you on the ground for a while they were bundling you up. They picked you up, and now they've brought you to another place, and they start to pull the top of the satchel open to expose just your head. And one of them, he's going to roll to put his hands around your neck. What's your armor class?
16.
All right. So he gets a pretty good grip and a headlock. And then another one, you can see their faces right now. He's like, "You won't be doing any more screaming." And he takes a gag and he puts it in your mouth. And then they pull the bag back over you, and now you're moving. You can feel the bounce, and he's bouncing, and he's smacking against the thing. And I don't know whether it's one guy carrying you or two, but you're on the move. All right, back to the other guys. So you run into what? The hallway? The two of you are looking at each other?
Yeah.
Selgrog, lead the way. Let's go.
Now,
Selgrog.
Now Selgrog cannot see where you are. He can only see
tell
where
us.
he can see where you are.
Where to go.
Yeah, but I don't know where I am.
Right, but you know where you were.
Just take us to the last place you saw him.
All right. So we're going to fast forward a couple minutes. These guys run out. Selgrog's with them. You are going somewhere. You're still being bounced around. Selgrog shows the spot that you last saw. So you see, guys, first of all, you walk into the smob. The smob, I mean, it is a slum. It is a place of houses of ill repute, gamblers, thieves, prostitutes, bars, inns, sailors. Vance would like it. And you're like running through it following this invisible imp. You look a little weird. But people don't pay attention to you. And you come to this like 2 blocks over and 1 block up from the guard barracks. Selgrog brings you to this one spot and he points. He says, "This is where he was." You guys don't say anything now.
Down on my hands and knees, sort of like scrambling around, seeing if there's anything I can find, any like tracks or any like kicked up dirt or mud or anything that I can spot at all that might give some leads.
Roll and was it investigation?
Investigation, survival, one of those two.
Investigation. Investigate. You're not out in the woods.
Yeah. That is 11.
You see a blood splatter and some kind of like weird smoky hole or abrasion on the wood on the side of the building.
I look at Hagen and I say, "Hagen, should I let you handle this like you like to do, or should I handle it my way?"
I think maybe we need the only one of us who is proficient with tracking. I think we need Vanch. I don't know what I'm doing. I doubt you know what you're doing.
I don't have to know. I just command. And instantly I take my sword up and I strike the ground with thunderous strike, thunderous smite, and I get 300 feet of a thunderous noise around my sword.
Whoa.
So would I be able to hear that then? Like,
Yes.
would Thanatos be able to hear that?
You hear that. You hear that noise.
All right.
300-foot radius?
300 foot.
Okay. So you do that, and everybody
say-
in the area, like, freaks out. So go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, I am the Silver Knight Kwanju Natharu. I need answers. Who will give them to me?
Everyone is like, they heard the thunderous blast really well. Your voice is to much fewer people. You can hear the blast echoing off the buildings as you're talking.
Is Sailgrog with us? Is he still invisible? Do we know where he is?
Yeah.
I mean,
I immediately turn to wherever Sailgrog might be. Sailgrog, did Fen hear that noise?
Yes. And then, so Drake, I know where the ground is, correct? Because
Yeah,
I'm assuming I'm being dragged on it.
yeah, I mean, you're picked up sometimes, you're dropped another time. It's not a very careful job they're doing.
Okay.
You know?
But I could tell where the ground is, and so if I hear it and I could tell that it came from this way, I would know that obviously they need to travel that way.
Hagen and Fen, they're on the same wavelength.
Well, look, let me put it to you this way. You can make an assumption of that nature. Go ahead. Just role play it. You don't need to ask me.
Okay. We can do this. We can do this. Where did he hear that noise? Can we follow it based on the noise we made?
I need to ask Drake. Did I hear it from like north, southwest? Like,
Well,
what direction?
you hear the noise. Like if you're being carried or dragged, you're behind them, so they're going in some direction, and more than likely they're going away from the epicenter of where you were. So you feel the thunderclap on you, behind you. You know, you're in this bag, right? So it's like from the direction you came, but that's also very obvious since they're going to walk away in some direction from where you were. Now, you don't know the angle of the sound. Think about it right now. You start at a point and you walk away from it, right? So your body has
a good point.
No, but there is a way we can do this. This is the plan that's running through my head. Now, okay, so Hagen immediately just starts running down the street, just in the direction that is like so say we came from the barracks to this point. I now want to continue further from the barracks.
Okay. All right, hang on now.
Okay.
Hang on. You let's role play this. So
yeah.
Guan Jun just said his piece. There's a guy across the street. He's dressed in sort of reddish brown leather, and he's still recovering from this thunder blast. But he's crossing the street now to you guys, very, very abruptly. And Hagen, then you kind of run off.
Yeah, I just start sprinting.
And he comes over to Guan Jun. Was that your friend?
Is who, my friend?
The little boy you lost just a few minutes ago.
Yes, he is. Do you have information?
Well, if you keep it quiet, I might be able to help you. But it's
Keep it quiet, huh?
You know, what you just did is not the best way to find out information.
I choke him. I instantly fucking choke him.
Okay.
I grab him. Yeah.
I can't laugh.
Oh, dude, that's great. It's a 19 plus 7, so yeah, 20. Yeah, 26.
All right. No. All right. Look, Silver Knight, I'm not messing with you. I really. Please.
I slam him to the ground, and I say, if you have any information, tell me now and save your life.
Okay. Please.
I'm listening. I loosen my grip, but not all the way.
It's really your friend from the academy that I'm supposed to help, but he's run off. But obviously, you guys are together. Will you let me say my piece?
Say it now, quickly.
The Toreadors have him. I'm not with them. I was with the group that took the girl, but I've since been convinced to help you instead. I could be bought. My name is Marco. He tries to climb up to his feet and kind of lean up.
His name is Marco?
Yeah.
Marco, you can be bought?
Everyone here can be bought, except maybe you.
And I punch him in the face.
All right, punch him in the face. Roll it.
Yep, that's a 18. Yeah, 24.
Yeah, you punch him in the face. You get him a good square shot on the crown, and he kind of rolls and stands back up. He shakes his head. He makes a very, very cool maneuver that you don't see too many people have done that off the gauntleted fist of a knight. But he didn't like it. He's like, if you keep hitting me, I can't help you.
The help from someone who can be bought is never trusted.
Well, maybe you'll let your companion decide if I have any useful information before you throw it away. Remember where you are, Silver Knight. Not everyone's as virtuous as you, or has the means.
Oh, this is difficult.
All right. While this is happening,
Silver
go ahead. will turn into a raven and start crowing across the city. And I'm going to see if I can hear that crowing and see if it gets louder or quieter.
Okay. All right. He's flying around the city.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get back to you.
Okay.
So you guys. All right. You're still talking. Let's not interrupt this. This is good. Listen, I don't know anything about you. I don't have anything against you. I've just been persuaded to help you. It's good help. You can reject it. I still get paid.
Who persuaded you?
Someone from the Mages Academy. I really don't know who. But I can tell you where your friend is and where that girl is.
Marco, Look at me in the eyes right now. Does he look me in the eyes?
What am I doing?
I say to him, and this is on intimidation, by the way. I say, if you ever decide to even try to double cross me, I will take your life. I have no problem killing evil, and even less killing heathens.
Well, I guess I'll keep my Sunday habits to myself. But if you want to find that girl and your friend, you'll have to listen to me. Just a little bit. Now, first thing is, let's find your friend who ran off. So, Hagen, where'd you go?
I am running in a different direction to... I'm running down this street, whereas Selgrog's flying through the air. Mm-hmm. And I want to start running up to doors, making sure they're locked, and then casting knock on them.
Okay.
So I'm going to run up to a locked front door of just any building, cast knock, which will unlock the door, but cast an audible knock 300 feet. And my intention is to do that every so often to see if the noise is getting louder for Fen.
All right, but now Selgrog's not there anymore, so you could do that. Yeah. So this is what happens, Guanjun, while you're talking to Marco. You just hear these really loud. Not like your Thunderblast, kind of very junior. And maybe you figure out what he's trying to do. Marco doesn't like those noises, so he kind of Doesn't like the attention.
I push Marco. I say, Marco, follow. Let's go. Let's go after those noises.
All right, he runs towards them.
And
All
I'm
right, so
behind him.
Fenitas, you definitely feel like you're now in a building.
Okay.
Okay, you hear like some doors opening, and you kind of rested on the ground on a stony, hard floor, and there's some echoes, there's voices. Shut up! Say nothing. Then it's very quiet. Then you feel yourself being taken down some stairs. Okay?
Okay.
It's not likely you'll hear your sail grog from here.
Okay. Well, then Selgrog will
But yeah, so
relay that to Hagen.
yeah, so you guys does he fly back? Tell me what he does. You got to tell me what he does. What does Sailgrog do exactly?
Selgrog will fly back down to Hagen and let him know.
How does he know where Hagen is?
I'm making loud knocking noise.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's making doors explode.
Okay. So eventually, this raven flies up to you, Hagen, and then what?
It turns invisible, and then you feel something land on your shoulder. He's in a basement now.
The basement. Oh god. Okay, that makes this a little more difficult. I guess back to Plan A, right? Get Vanch.
Or
after yeah, go ahead.
Maybe listen to Marco.
Who?
The chump?
Well, yeah, you guys don't know about Marco.
Wait, I thought Sailgrog.
No.
Oh.
Guanjun. Well, maybe he was, but let's just say
right,
you don't
maybe
know
go
his name.
check in on Guanjun.
So Guanjun, so Hagen, you see the Silver Knight running up to you, making his clanking noises, and he's about a half a block away.
Yeah, I just wait for him to get here. Head in hands, just. Oof.
All right, Guanjun, you run up.
Hagen!
This is when you turn on, baby.
Hagen!
Yes.
What are you doing?
I was trying to find Fan.
Well, so am I, and I have a guy here that says he can find him for us. His name is Marco.
Hello. Are you from the academy?
I look down at my robes. I am.
And you are so clever, also. Very good.
Thank you.
My name is Marco, and someone who is from the academy has hired me to help you find your friend and this girl that everybody wants. I've already made my peace.
Prick up a little bit when I hear him mention the girl.
Yeah, he doesn't really. He doesn't know which is which. He gives you a strong impression that it's like a grocery list. He's not like your friend and the girl.
Yeah. But just for me personally,
yeah.
And I'm like, I look at Hagen real quick. I say, Hagen,
yes.
Ask him anything you like. I say it very directly, and I cast Zone of Truth at that same time.
Ooh.
What? Oh, Zone of Truth. Okay.
Does it have like components? Does it have like a verbal component?
Yeah, I'm just looking that up because I like to roll.
I like the idea of Guanjun going.
The thing of Zone of Truth is that he can try and escape a question that you ask him, but he cannot directly lie to you.
Yeah.
I
just like the idea.
So he can smartly try and dodge a question, but he cannot directly lie.
But you do get a save against it, okay?
Yes, it's a charisma saving throw.
Can be evasive.
On my.
Do I also need to make this safe?
Yeah. Everybody has to make it.
I just start blurting out facts about myself again.
All right, so this is what happens. So you, by the way, there's a somatic movement with that, Guanjun. So you go, and then Marco's like, huh? What?
I say, Hagen, ask him anything you like.
Looking at Guanjun from my eyes turn to Marco. Big smile on my face. I lean over and nudge him. Did my friend here give you any trouble? Yeah, give you a hard time? He's
He's very aggressive.
Yes.
It's quite aggressive.
So you're here to
And,
help.
and when you look at him, you see he has a big purple lump on the side of his head. Very aggressive.
So you're here to help. How can you do that?
Well, someone from your neck of the woods paid me a great deal to do something for you.
And that would be?
Well, I don't know if you know how Black Smoke works, but there are 4 factions. Okay? Now listen carefully. Number 1, okay? They're the government. Okay? Number 2, they're the muscle. Number 3 and number 4 both want to be number 1, if you get what I mean. Okay? Now, I used to work for number 3. And now, as of today, I work for you 3. You see how that goes now? Now, who's got your friend? Well, that's number 4. They got your friend because they want to know who's got the girl. And they think he knows. So I wouldn't want to be him right now. But I also know who's got the girl, but I'm saving that for later.
So how do we find Fen? How do we get him back?
Well, there's only a couple places they could have taken him. We'll have to go to them all.
All right, let's go.
And then he sort of goes, what just happened?
Nothing. Just let's go. Let's go. Come on, lead us.
Did I say something to you?
You said all kinds of things. Again, let's.
I give him a generous push. You heard the man. Let's go.
All right, now, hold that. I'm running 2 things here.
I have to break for just a moment, guys.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll wait.
Fen
Save.
dies.
All right, con save. All right, you die. Yeah, it was a nice. All right, so I did just read that the bond that like the telepathy bond breaks if I'm further than a mile away.
Oh yeah, no, you're not a mile away.
Okay, so I still have the bond then. Like I can still.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't know.
Okay.
It's very hard for you to place time because your adrenaline's rushing, and you're thinking of all these things. Like maybe it's been 3 minutes, maybe it's been 30 minutes. It's really hard to tell when you're in a burlap bag. But right now you are in some. You kind of smell. It's a very basement-y type smell, and you feel 2 figures grabbing your body through the bag, and then they lift you up, and they seem to place you in a chair of some kind.
Okay.
And your arms are tied to your side in the bag. Okay, they grab your arms and they seem to untie them from each other, and then you feel like yourself tied into the arms of a chair, and it's like pretty tight and it hurts.
Okay.
And now you're sitting in a chair, and I'll wait for Guanjun to come back because he might want to hear that. Hagen! Someone's hired someone for you.
My following grows, I see. My reputation precedes me.
Oh yeah, what are you drinking?
Cider.
Is it alcoholic?
A little bit.
Has a lot of letters on the front of it.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you say that? Can you show that again? Some branding we're doing.
This is a sponsorship.
Recorderlig. Recorderlig.
Sounds like a slur.
Strawberry lime cider.
Sounds like a what?
Sounds like some sort of slur.
You freaking Recorderlig. That's true.
See
I
what
might
I
start
mean?
using it. I might start using that tomorrow. Recorderlig.
Yeah, premium strawberry lime cider. Pear cider blended with strawberry lime made from pure Swedish spring water, served well chilled.
I feel like there's way too many things that claim to be like pure spring, like pure Swedish spring water. I don't feel like there's that much like Swedish spring water to supply all of that.
Well, there's not enough Swedish spring water, and definitely not enough Swedish porn.
You are looking in the wrong places, my friend.
I know. I think I'm being facetious. You know what? I'm trying to remember when bottled water came along because I'm old enough. It was so ridiculous for the first year that we all saw it in the stores. Could you imagine that bottled water was like, people thought it was lame?
Poland Springs in like 91.
Yeah. It was like, no. First Evian came out in the 80s, and everyone in America thought it was so bourgeois that they wouldn't touch it.
Yeah, but you didn't see it in like big boxes.
No, right, because it was like $8 a 6-pack. It's like ridiculous. You could drink beer for less.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to remember, like, what was the reason that bottled water became so popular?
Fucking CrossFit, I swear to God.
No, this was there was no increase or decrease in the amount of sweat being poured out of the Americans' bodies. Everybody was, doing their own thing in the gym in the early 90s. But something made bottled water blow up.
Yeah, Star Wars probably sponsored it or some shit like that.
Dude, I don't know.
Gosh, well, fucking like Star Wars or some shit's gonna do that.
New Sky Water.
It was that article that came out when they were talking about how much water you should drink over the course of a day.
Oh yeah,
and remember it blew up, and then gym memberships went down because remember in like 1998, a gym membership cost like $55, dude. $40.
Yeah, no, you could like fall into a gym and just stay there.
Yeah, exactly. And then
people are like, just come here. Yeah.
Then it changed and it cost nothing, and then whatever.
Yeah, I know, and then Coke and Pepsi just started bottling distilled water. They were literally bottling tap water. That's what Dasani is. It's freaking tap water. It's just water that they say is distilled, which is an adjective that means we did something to it.
We left it out for a while.
we swished it around some of our mouths,
Backwash.
All right.
The bottle up.
All right. So Max, you're like now like tied to this chair, and it's really uncomfortable because it's built for a human. So the armrests are up here. And then the top of the bag gets peeled down, and you see a large knife coming right to your face. But it just goes and cuts the bag. And they peel it open.
Okay.
Now you can see. You're in a dark, dank basement. And there are just too dark to see how many figures are around you. And you still have the gag in your mouth. And you actually cannot really turn your head for some weird reason. You don't know what it is. And right in front of you, this being with the knife now steps back into the shadows. Now make a perception check, even though you have no way to move your head and no way to move your hands.
A 13.
When you look at this, a face comes out of the darkness. It is a twisted and mangled face. It's like you're not even sure whether it's humanoid. And then you blink your eyes and it's gone. It's just a really kind of bony, drawn face with like it's like an old, wrinkled, drawn man with dark eyes and like a weird wig, a white wig that looks like it's from, like from colonial times. He looks down at you. Where's the girl? I pulled the gag out of your mouth. Where's the girl?
This time without opening my mouth and using awakened mind, I just telepathically into him. Fuck off.
He steps back, turns around, walks a few steps away. Another being comes out, and this time you only see a fist.
Mm-hmm.
All right, strikes you for 6 damage. And then they kind of punch you a few more times. Guanjun and Hagen and Marco. You guys are in the streets now. Sailgrog is there. He's on your shoulder. He tells you, pain! Pain!
Marco.
Yeah, Marco.
Where are we going? Come on,
there?
let's go. Let's go quickly.
Oh, yeah. Well, the first place is over here near the...
The first place, blah, blah, blah. Where is there a place where there's a downstairs?
Oh, well, there's downstairs everywhere. I mean, I'm taking you to what I would call murder rooms that are around the city that I know these guys frequent. There's at least 2 or 3.
Hagen, any ideas?
My idea is we should seriously stop talking and move. The words murder room should be prompt enough that we don't need to talk about the murder rooms. Let's go. Come on.
So he starts walking.
That's not. I look at Hagen. I'm like, you're a fucking asshole, but I like you.
Marco's like, come on. This is the first ones up here. You guys are like running down the street.
Yeah.
So Venitas, they knock you around. They knock you around a bit. You can't really tell, but your face really hurts.
Yeah.
The guy comes back. Where's the girl?
Oh, if only you had asked so nicely the first time. Well, if I knew, I might tell you. But she got stolen. We don't have her anymore.
We all know that. Where is she now?
If you knew that she's gone and I don't have her, then why are you doing this?
Don't get smart.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll stay stupid on your level.
Where are you? Who are you? And where are you from? What business do you have with this girl? Let's go. We can be here all night.
Yeah, I'd love that. Because then it'd give time for my friends to get here.
Your friends. He steps back again. There's some more punching on your face. You've taken 24 damage.
Another 24 or 24 total?
24 total.
Okay.
I have a spell called Lost Object that I don't have written down. It's my fault.
You gonna objectify me?
But I can find an object that I have seen before, right?
Like my robe. That's an object.
Like anything, right? Like any object that I want to find, I could find. And if you guys could look it up for me, I'd appreciate it. But
I'm looking at Lost Object.
I think it's locate object, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's locate object.
Locate object, okay. So I want to see if I can cast that to see if I can find where you are.
Locate. Oh.
I just don't know the range.
Locate object. Range is self. Describe a name or object. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of the object's location as long as the object is in 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least
Okay, now
once.
here's the way it's going to work. Guanju, name a specific object that you know is on Fenditas. You have 5 seconds. 1,
His robe.
2, 3. Not specific enough. 4.
What? No.
How is it? It's an object. How is it that specific?
Well, yes.
Finditas's robe.
It says alternatively the spell can locate the nearest. Oh no, never mind. That's not a specific one. But
Okay. If the object.
oh, the
His
spell
robe-
can't locate an object of if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet blocks a direction. So if there is any lead, then it also fails.
Damn it, they
Just so
lined
you
the room
know.
with lead.
Oh man, so I'm really trying to think. Okay, so the robe. It's a tough one because
I would have gone with the ring that he got from Derek.
I don't remember that. I do now. but
yeah,
I
well,
don't-
yeah,
I
now you
didn't
do, right? So
Yeah.
you try to locate object this robe, and you feel the direction like right in front of you. It's like straight ahead, like
Oh, his
right.
is robe. It's on the road here.
And Marco is like walking down the street, not running. Are you following him? He's going in the same direction.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm following, and I'm saying to Hagen, I've tried to locate Findithos through his robe. I have a strong feeling it's in this same direction we're traveling. We need to keep following this track.
If the telepathic bond between Sailgrog and Fedithos breaks, stating that they're further than a mile away, Sailgrog will immediately let them know.
Okay. All right. So you guys are walking. You guys are walking. Marco, then he comes to the corner and he like stops you guys behind him. He's like, right over there, that building right there, in the basement.
What do I feel? Do I feel going forward or staying here?
Yeah, I mean, this feeling of the object is sort of not pointing directly at that building, but not. You don't really know because the buildings are very like weird shaped. It's definitely not in a cardinally different direction.
Hagen marches forward towards the building, getting ready to go in. He's pushing
So
the door
this
open.
building looks like a warehouse. It's like it's a very small window in the front with a double door. There's a ramp to like bring a cart in, and there's not many lights on, if any.
Right.
There's no lights.
What kind of door is it? Is it just like a stand-up push? Is it like a slide, a double?
You have to go over there and check it out.
I'm going. I'm there.
It's like a double swinging door.
Yeah. Can I pull it open? Both doors? Can I?
No, they seem to have some kind of lock inside.
All right. I want to go back to Sailgrog. Or is Sailgrog with me? Is Sailgrog with me or Guanju?
Yeah, he was on your shoulders. I believe.
Okay, yeah. There is another idea. It's a little risky, Sailgrog. Are you able to... Is there anything you or Fen can do to, like, project the room that he's in to me? So I can visualize it?
Only if he could cast a spell, but currently he's a little tied up.
Okay. In that case...
Wait, but Sailgrog doesn't know what you're doing, does he? You can't see what you see.
No, that's right. I could see what the imp sees,
Yeah,
but
but
the
you
imp
can't
cannot
see.
see what I can
That's
see.
yeah.
Right,
Hagen has no idea, so he's just asking. But in that case, another option is, and then he just shoulder punches this door.
Yeah, door doesn't give so easily. Marco. So he says, "Silver Knight, you got to get in there." And he goes, "Come." He goes across the street there, and he comes up to you. He looks at you. He's like, "Do you always go in the front door?" And he
Not always.
scoots off the side of the building.
Well, they kidnapped him in the middle of the street, so clearly people don't give a shit around here.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you seem like you're in a little bit different neighborhood now than the Smob. You don't hear
this
see
a
the
nice,
same.
nice area.
Marco, where's the door?
Yeah, so the front door there looks locked from the inside. He goes around the right side of the left side of the building, and he disappears into the darkness.
After him.
Yeah,
Let's
you
go.
come.
Yeah,
You guys
follow.
you come around the corner. There's a very narrow alleyway. He goes around to the back of the building, and he turns the corner again.
Mm-hmm. Following still.
All right, now you're in the back of the building. There is a single door here, and he takes out this like weird contraption. It looks like it has two gears on it. Okay.
Mhm.
And he places it on the doorknob, and he turns both these things, and it pinches the doorknob right off, and he pushes the door open.
Mm.
It's like the
Yeah.
coolest thing you've ever
Yeah,
seen.
that
Just
is
now.
really badass.
Um,
Yeah, I want to blitz in through the door then as soon as it's open.
you guys go in there. It is a warehouse. It is probably 25% full of random boxes and goods. It is dark. The light is really only from behind you in the street, and maybe some high windows in the ceiling. And he walks right into the dark. Come on.
Yeah, I want to pull out my dagger and cast light on it.
Okay, Guanjun, what are you doing?
I want to go in.
I'm following right behind. I'm right there.
Guanjun has his own light. No, but and he does actually. He does glow to like
Is
a
he
5
still
foot radius.
glowing?
It's like a very low light, but it's a 5 foot radius light. His armor does glow. Do you still want to cast light on your dagger?
Yeah.
Why? You don't believe in the light, the holy light, so much?
No. Yeah.
I mean, the holy light is there, but you
Yeah.
want your own light. You want your
Well,
Hagen light.
It's easier to like split off and search opposite corners and stuff.
No, that's fine.
like
That's fine. I'm just kind of pointing out that there's already
Yeah.
holy light nearby, and
Who
you
needs
need
it?
to make your
I
own
need
light.
Actual light.
Yeah.
Real
Okay.
light.
On a
Tangible.
side note, why is there not a mobile app that has a picture of a lighter, so you could hold that up at concerts?
I think that
No,
might-
flashlight.
there is. All right. All right. You guys are now in the ground floor of this warehouse. It's not so big. It's maybe 60 by 60 inside, and you're walking through. Now back to Venitas. Venitas, you are, been beaten up quite a bit, and the guy comes back to you, and he says, "You're going to talk. You're going to talk either now or after all of my friends' knuckles are bruised."
I told you. Spits blood out. I told you what I know. You said you know the same thing. You know that the girl was taken. You want me to tell you where we were taking her? We were taking her to Avalon. That's where we were headed. But now,
And what
a
happened?
Black Knight
What
has her.
happened? Who does?
Some enormous Black Knight stole her away on horseback.
Okay. He walks away for a second. Okay. All right, guys, back to you. So Marco crosses the floor into where there's some kind of bins, and there's an office. He opens the door to the office, and you can see tucked away in the back is a small staircase.
Mm-hmm. Does he make his way down, or?
He starts to walk down the staircase, and both of you guys make perception check.
I got a 1.
Okay.
I rolled a crit 1. I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah.
You guys both rolled one?
We both rolled a 1.
All right. So you guys
Even with
are
the double light sources.
You guys are looking at him, and then he literally disappears down the stairs in like Like you don't even think like you like, is it magic? What did he just do? And you don't see him anymore.
Yeah, I want to make my way down after him, stealthing by the looks of the way he was acting before he vanished.
Let's say Hagen. Hagen.
Why are you laughing?
Because Hagen hates fucking Wanju so much. It's so funny.
No, it's just I'm like hunching down, getting ready to sneak, and then I hear Hagen.
That's right. That's what it is. Like, guy doesn't
Hagen.
get it.
Send Selgrog forward.
Right, Selgrog does have dark vision 120 feet, so Selgrog can see 120 feet.
So you guys are talking, and then all of a sudden Marco appears like right there, and you didn't even really see him come in the room.
Mm.
They're not here. They're not here. Forget it.
All right. Next place.
He's like, let's go. And you guys start walking out the other way. So one down.
Do we? I don't know. I don't know if I trust them.
I'm going with him. With or without Guanjun.
Guanjun, what do you want to do?
I'm going to look downstairs to see if he's there or not.
All right. Do you guys wait? Marco's like, come on.
I'm going with Marco
is
right now.
Another pint of blood.
And that kid, he's tiny. He doesn't have a lot of pints.
Silver Knight, don't waste your time. If you don't trust me, you shouldn't have come this far.
That low-key object thing you said, I felt there was something nearby.
Yeah, it's like pointing like right in this room now.
Yeah, so I don't follow him. I go down the stairs.
Okay. All right. So Hagen, what are you doing?
I want to follow him. I'm like, can we please just go? Come on.
All right. So you go down the stairs. So Guanjun, you go down the stairs. Very slippery stairs. Give me a dex check.
Yeah, it's an 8.
You rolled an 8. All
Yeah.
right. So you start. These stairs are like really like about 18 inches wide. Okay. So you and your armored self have to turn sideways, and it starts grind. No, it doesn't grind. I won't say that. And you really can't lift your legs so well. You scoot your way down the steps, and you get like to the last 2, and then you fall. And you roll into a very dark. Well, you have the light, but there's like a little bit of an ash room. Okay, and you kind of roll into this really kind of like pile of burnt embers and shit, and way cold. It's ash.
All right.
And it's a square room. It goes beyond your 5-foot radius of light, and the light kind of fades away. You see like a wall in the corner. It's pretty empty in here.
I want to try and stand up and see what I can see in the room.
Yeah, you stand up. You're like, oh, yeah, I didn't fall. Fuck that. I'm okay. And you're looking around. There's no one in here. You want to take a stroll around?
Yeah, I do.
All right, so after you walk a few feet from the staircase, you can see against one wall is this chair. It's a very weird-looking chair. You've never seen a chair like this before. You go over to it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the chair is very strongly built with thick legs and arms and back. And it clearly has ropes on each arm. And it has some kind of interesting metal clasp in the back where the head would be. And it's opened. It's like a metal collar. And then above that is like a skull plate, like a little dome that's also sort of riveted to the chair. And you can see that the chair has dried blood on it from a long period of time.
All right. You hear Guanjun just kind of muster this voice where it says, "My kind of place."
All right. Marco is now at the back door, and Hagen, you're with him, and he's like, Where's that Silver Knight? We need him if we have any chance of rescuing your friend. As you can see, the going into rooms and fighting is not my style. Probably not yours.
I'm situational. I'm very flexible.
Okay. So he like says, is he gonna come? Is he coming?
I honestly don't know.
Oh, you going upstairs?
It's Guan Jun, right? No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Guan
Oh,
Jun, what are you
me?
doing? Yeah. What are you doing?
No, I want to roll like investigation or something to see what's up in this room.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so that is a 15
Yeah.
investigation.
So you look a little bit more around the room, and you see some stools, a small table, with some random garbage strewn across the floor. The floor is stone, but it also has like I said, it's ash that has become like trampled down into like a black soot. And over in the other corner, next to where the stairs were, you could see a set of chains that are on a clip, like a metal, an iron circle that's bolted to the wall.
All right, can I pull the chains? Can I
Yeah,
pull them in like
you could. Yeah, I mean, no. It's just it's like
they're fixed?
they're
Yeah,
manacles.
manacles,
So there's
yeah.
like this someone could be locked in place there.
All right, is there anybody there?
No, there's nobody. There's nobody in here.
All right, so I'm done looking around. I guess I'm gonna walk up the stairs then.
Okay, you go up the stairs. You come out of that room and you see the other two are just like waiting there at the end of
Let's go.
All right.
You
So
really,
Marco
really
says-
solved that one, super sleuth, and then out of the door.
You're really burning it up there, Sherlock. All right. So Marco says this one's just kind of the other way. And he breaks down another alley, and if you follow him, you come out to another street. This is definitely a different neighborhood. Over here, it's more, if you notice, some of the architecture in Black Smoke is elven. This area looks more elven. There's a couple of large townhouses, a smattering of smaller ones interspersed more. Human construction. It's almost as if large, opulent townhouses made by elves had their yards eaten up by building row houses for humans right next door. So it's a really weird look. It's like this gorgeous but dilapidated old elven house, and then like almost built onto it is like a shack. And this street is much less traveled. And Marco kind of scoots across the street. Says, come on.
Yeah, it's still tailing him as closely as I can.
Go on, Jim.
Yeah, I'm right there behind him. I'm walking up. I didn't find anything in that other room. Marco, you better have something for us soon.
Well, like I said, there's a few locations. That one we struck out, but they can't have gone that far. And if they have, then just think of something else. All right, Fenitas.
Mm-hmm.
You're there. The guy walks away. And then a different person comes in. And roll perception.
7.
Okay. He walks over to you. And he puts his hands on the sides of your head. And you are immediately taken into a trance. He starts, you feel all these memories that you've recently had are like running by you again. And you hear the body infernal starts again. As you go into this quick rewind of your whole last 10 days. And you start to shake in your restraints. You try to turn your head. You feel like your skin that he's touching it's burning. And you start to cry. Like tears are going down your swollen face. And after a few minutes, maybe it's only a few seconds, you don't know, you feel like a month has gone by and you're totally exhausted. He pulls his hands off of you. He goes, "This one knows nothing. Dispose of him." And this guy leaves the room. The other guy comes back. He looks at you. He picks your little chin up. And you're like wiped out.
Whoa. Dispose?
That's the boss. So he turns around. You're in like a small room in some kind of dank basement. He talks to you. He leaves the room. The two guards, whoever they are, they leave the room. And they close a door. Now you realize you're in a cell that's about 8 by 10. And they close a very heavy door. And you seem to be alone.
Okay. Selgrog will immediately relay this, like, okay, he's about to get disposed of. If you could hurry just a little quicker.
All right, Guan Jun, you feel your locate object is pointing in the direction that Marco is going.
Okay. Marco, hurry. We must press forward. I feel the essence of my friend in this direction.
Okay, so you guys run for a handful of blocks, a little more. The city is pretty big, and he comes upon a residence, and it's an elven-looking residence. Not as majestic as some of the townhouses you saw a few blocks ago, but it's definitely of elven nature. It has that sort of mansard roof and flowing lines and beautiful wood, but it's all old and poorly kept. There are a few candle lights in the window, and he tries to duck into a shadow. He's like, "This one's tricky. There are regular people that live upstairs. I don't know how. It would seem like they wouldn't use this place, but maybe that's why they would. Be very quiet. If they hear us, the guards will be upon us." So he sneaks down, and again, you see him. He almost disappears. You can't hear him. You really can't see him. But he appears like at the end of the wall. He's waiting. Come on.
Yeah, I'm making my way over to him carefully.
Can I make a check to struggle out of my chair? Or at least attempt?
Yeah.
Alright. 16.
Okay, you're... Okay, hang on a second. I have to do this one thing. Give me 1 second.
So the door just closes and bendeth us immediately.
Yeah. Hold on. What the hell is that?
So that reminds me of like Captain Jack from Pirates of the Caribbean.
What?
Well, yeah, I just got this text that says "kill Fenn's character." Someone's texting me "kill Fenn" over and over again.
Right.
All right. What am I rolling for new stats on this next character?
Hold on. I just gotta write it back. It's math homework.
The answer is 42. It's the answer to life. Answer to everything. Done.
The answer to everything in 6th grade math is this makes no sense.
You just relay the whole thing that Marco said about so number 4 wants to be 1 and 2, but 3 also wants to contest with 4 to be 1 and 2, and 4 is the one who has what you're looking for right now.
It is so hard not to make a goddamn Marco Polo joke while you guys are trying to fight.
Every time the name has been said, I've been waiting.
Like whenever Guanjun was like Marco, I was just so hard not to like
Polo.
Why haven't you done that? That's the beauty of you, man. You think of that stuff.
Well, because it was like we're trying to keep it serious and roleplay, and it's just like Polo.
I've been
but
like
si-
right
but
there
si-
with
but-
Max.
but-
I've like
but you-
almost said it every
Wait,
time. I'm
let's
just
stop
like,
for a second. You could totally have done that with Sale Grogan, and you would have got away with that.
oh, dude.
Marco. Anyway, moving on. You rolled what?
16, and I have +1 to both strength and dex, so whatever check it would be.
You're pulling on those ropes pretty good. But what you notice is that the ropes don't budge at all. In fact, it really hurts when you pull on them. But the chair seems to wobble a little bit.
All right.
When you pulled really hard, and you noticed the chair didn't move, but it kind of twisted a little.
Okay.
But that also makes a lot of noise when you struggle. The chair goes.
Well, I'm about to get disposed of, so noise I think is my last concern. And I'm just gonna like as soon as I'm like pulling on it and I feel it twist, I start to like try and like twist back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to get the chair to give.
Right. Hang on one second. I'm checking something. Hold on. This is really important. Viagra.
How to do algebra.
What
Viagra. Viagra from Canada.
2 for 1.
Wait a second. It's not coming up. What's wrong with this thing?
Well, that's why you get the Viagra, right?
Is my locate object like feeling pretty strong at this point? Like I feel like he's here.
Hang on a second. Your locate object is pointing directly in the direction you're going. Like,
All right, so I'm feeling pretty confident that this is the place.
yeah, I mean, you feel like that object is in this direction.
All right, so where are me and Hagen at right now? We're going down this place, like this hallway, or what are we doing?
Right. So now
We're, like,
you're
outside the
in
building,
the
right?
back. You're in the back of this like house. Okay, and there's like a bulkhead kind of door. Okay, going into a basement.
All right, let's open the door. Let's go in. Hagen, this is where he's at. I know it.
God, stop yelling. Guanjun, I cannot stress the fact that Marco just said we need to be quiet or the town guard will be on us. Shh.
Don't talk down to me.
All right, Marco's like, he says, "There's no sneaky way in here. It's through this door, down the stairs. I'm gonna pull the door, unless you want to."
I slap Marco across his face, and I say, "You stay here." And I cast Hold Person on Marco.
All right, he gets to save. Let me see what the save is.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Guanjun has got to be the most violent paladin.
Well, I'm also having some problems right now, so it's not just me.
That's
Going
true.
through something.
Hold person.
It's daddy issues.
Hold person.
Just a lot of face slapping.
Yeah,
right.
you guys yuck it up with the best of them. Let me tell you. So the effect is paralyzation. It's a wisdom check.
The final boss is
do
going to be
it.
like a giant horse made entirely of doors that's immune to slapping.
A Trojan horse. Can we make Guanjun's like full knight title like Guanjun Harbinger of Light, Slapper of Faces?
It's like whatever is going to be the final battle. It's going to be a stable with a lot of doors.
Yeah.
Just doors into doors into doors. The whole place is made of doors. In fact, your only way out is to find the one piece of wall.
Oh,
It's a
no.
Scooby-Doo scene where it's just like...
It's gonna be like. Remember when I had the flashlight that one night? That was stupid.
I do remember that.
Yeah, I feel bad for anyone with epilepsy.
You were really about that flash.
I was so into like visual effects. All right, you cast a spell on him, and he's like, "What are you?" He's like, "What are you doing?" He doesn't seem to be held in place. And now he's like, "I said I would get you this far," and he like leans against the wall like this. You want me to stay here? I'll stay here.
I mean, I'm gonna try and grab him.
Oh my god! Can I punch Guanjun?
You guys can do anything you want. You want to grab? You go to grab him.
Stop fucking with each other and fucking help me.
So you gonna grab him?
I'm grabbing. Yeah, I'm grabbing the dude. Yeah.
How do you grab him? Role play. Let's go.
By the back of his neck, like on his shirt collar.
He's leaning against the wall, right next to the bulkhead.
Then by his head, I take him by his head. I go boom like this by his head and shove his face down the freaking hallway.
There's no hallway there. You're in the backyard.
No, yeah.
You're looking at a bulkhead door, which is like an angled door.
I thought we opened the door already.
No.
No, he was going to open it, and then you cast Hold Person on him.
Yeah, and then you started attacking him, jerkhole.
Oh, well, I'm out of line then. I thought we opened the door already. That's my fault.
Well, okay, that's fine. We can clarify. So he asked you.
I'm out of line then.
I'm out of line. You know, I just tried to hold you and smash your head. There's a lot of out of line behavior here tonight. All right. No, this is what happened. He went to grab the handle to open the door. He said, "There's no easy way in here. Someone's got to open the door, and then someone should hit the hole." And he's like, "You want me to do it, or do you want to do it?" And then you got all pissed off at him. I don't know what happened.
I really thought the door was opened at that point. All right, so that's my fault.
It's okay.
No, like.
It's okay.
Open the door.
All right, so he's like,
Marco, open it. I'll go in.
So he puts his hand. He reaches down with a very smooth gloved hand, grabs the handle of the bulkhead, and he pulls it open quick and stands behind the door. And Hagen, you can look directly down. Remember, it's only half a bulkhead. It's only about, like 18 inches, 2 feet wide.
Yeah.
And you look down, you see, probably 7 or 8 steps. And then there's a small landing, and there's very little light.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm just going. I'm bolting in.
All right, so Guanju, he kind of disappears into that space. His little body goes down. He takes up the whole space in his body. It's very small. There's a second door that Marco did not open. To be 2 doors that open like this. You're not going to fit down there unless you open the other door. So, Hayden, you go down to the bottom. You're now standing or crouching. You're a very tall character. So you're crouching, and this is a very low ceiling, only about 5.5 feet.
Mm. Oh, okay. And so I'm like actually like hunching over.
Yeah, because you're over 6 feet tall. So
yeah.
You're like, you could like do one of these, like I like to do because I'm tall. This part of your head goes on the ceiling.
Letting my head slide along the ceiling.
Yeah, and but you really don't want to because it's rafters. It's footers. The floor here is dirt. And Guanjun, what are you doing?
I closed the door behind Hagen.
Now Hagen's in there alone now. It's pitch black, Hagen. Someone's closed the door behind you.
You said it was rafters. Is it like the floorboards above me into the house?
Yeah.
Is there any light seeping through at all?
No, there's no light. It is like really, really, really pitch black in there.
That's fine. I want to pull out my dagger again and light.
Okay, so you hit the light. That's what you're doing. Guanjun, what are you doing?
The door closes. I look at Marco. I'm like, Marco, what are you doing here?
What are you doing? Your friend's down there in the dark alone.
And I take him by his neck and I smash him against the wall. And I smell him close to his face.
All right, that's enough. He goes to push you off.
Strength check or what?
He very interestingly kind of reaches down into a gap in your armor and puts his thumb into it, and he just tries to shirk you over under your armpit and exchange places with you. Let's see if that works.
Let's roll.
What's your ace? Yeah, I rolled 10.
I have an 18 AC.
No, it's not your armor class. He's doing a grapple with you.
Oh, I rolled a 4 on my roll. I don't know what that is.
All right,
is
so
strength? So 8.
So he beat you on that.
It's athletics.
Yeah. So he's behind you, and he's got your arm. Even though it's armored, it's kind of hurting. He's holding your arm here, and he's leaning into you. He's like, I'm supposed to serve you, but you're making it pretty hard. What's your problem?
And as he's doing that, I turn my body around, and I go for a backhand like slug against his face.
Okay, go ahead, roll it.
Slap.
Roll it -4. -4 to hit.
All right, so that's unarmed. That's a 16 plus 7 to hit -4. So it'd be a +3, so it'd be a 19.
All right, so you want to do this hand into him like this?
Yeah, like I'm turning around, I'm coming around, boom.
All right, so you do this. You hit him in the side of the head. He rolls off of you in that cool roll, and he's now standing about 8 feet away from you. And he's like, "That's the last straw, my friend." And he runs away.
I try and tackle him before he can run away.
Now, well, you could try running after him in armor, but you don't even hear him run away.
We're in a small space, right? Like I can try and tackle him before he gets away.
No. He rolled away from you. You want to chase him? You could chase him. He goes around. You're in the back of this building. It's maybe a small 20 by 10 lot. And he runs around the other corner in a way, again, you don't even see his feet hit the ground. You want to chase him?
No, I don't chase him. I Misty Step in front of him.
Okay.
So I cast Misty Step. This fog forms up, and my body automatically just goes, and I form in front of him while he's trying to escape.
All right, you're right in front of him.
Yeah, and and I smile at him, and I go, "Nice try."
What do you want from me? I mean, don't you want to find your friend? What are you doing with me? You don't think I'm leading you somewhere?
I want your soul.
Oh, it's like that with you.
And I just start moving towards him at a very slow pace, but very directly towards him.
Okay. He backs away from you. He's like, I don't want to do this. I thought you were a Silver Knight. Maybe you're something else.
I throw my longsword down beside my side and I say, "The Silver Knight is not here right now."
I
All right, Hagen.
I feel like I would have heard the yelling from Marco and the longsword clattering.
I closed the door.
But those are loud noises on the other side of a wooden door.
You heard some scuffling.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing now that Marco is. I've lost instruction now. I want to turn back.
Okay.
Or unless there's anything I see in the room that would.
Well, you look in the room
anything.
and you see this is a low basement, and it's got a dirt floor, and you don't really see any other way to go anywhere.
Yeah, in that case,
this is
back up out. No,
Okay.
not wasting any time. Straight back up out.
Okay.
And would I think they're still close enough that I'd be able to see them once they come out, right?
Yeah, like he ran around the corner. Guan Jun appeared in front of him. They started backing up back towards the backyard, and he's backing up, and you hear this voice that Guan Jun's using, like he just said. And Marco comes around the corner and he says, "Your friend is messed up." And he comes over and stands next to you, and then you see Guan Jun come around the corner. Go ahead.
I climb out. Yeah, he is. What are you doing? I'm looking at Guan Jun.
What do you mean?
What we're trying to get Fen back. This is a horrible chore. I don't know why you're doing this.
You see Guan Jun fall to his knees and grab his forehead with both hands and just say, "Ah! Ah!"
Oh my god! I walk over and I kick him in the face. I kick him in the face as hard as I can.
All right, roll the hit.
Okay.
+4. Guy's prone.
That is 26.
All right, so Guan Jun, you get kicked in the face while you're racking your soul in pain. So you have some physical pain to go with it from your friend Hagen. And
My
he
intention
takes
being to knock him out.
you take 5 damage.
Okay.
All right. Actually, what is it? What is it? Is it 4 or 5 as an unarmed strike? I think it's 5, right?
Unarmed strike is 1 plus your strength mod.
Yeah, mine is 3.
Okay, so you take 4 points. Okay.
Okay.
Take 4 points.
And I get tossed over my side from the kick.
Yep.
And I look up at Hagen and I say, Hagen,
There's a dog behind you.
fall.
Oh my god, I do it again. I do it
All right,
a second time.
Why are you kicking poor guy?
I want to knock him out because he's just really making this an inconvenience.
Okay.
I got 26 again.
All right,
With
he
the same
kicks you. He
modifiers.
kicks you
Another
in
4
the.
damage?
He kicks you in the throat. You take 4 damage, and whatever you're gonna say gets choked out of you. Start over.
No, I can't. I literally just lay there in some
In a heap?
sort of a heap of pain, and it's not just physical; it's also mental.
Okay. So Guan Jun is writhing on the ground, dude, making like a dirt angel with his armor. As he's hacking because he was just kicked in the throat. Marco is looking at the two of you. And
I want to turn back to him and walk towards him. Okay. You've got me now. I'm here. I'm focused on this task. Let's get it done. What are we doing?
All right, well, there's one other place around here. Did you see anything down there?
It was
Obviously
it
not.
was just a room. No other paths.
No. There's something in the corner. You missed it.
There is?
Let's go.
All right.
Like Guan Jun, you're laying on the ground for a little while.
Yeah.
He takes you down there, and he's tall too, but not as tall as you. So he kind of shoulders his way over there. He says, "Here." You look down, and there's definitely like some discoloration there. And he reaches down, and he pulls an iron ring in the dirt, and he opens it a tiny bit, and he looks in, and you see some light coming out from below. And he puts it back down. He's like, "I can't promise you he's in there, but there's someone in there."
Where do we go from here?
Well, I'm telling you, right down there is going to be some number of these big guys who took your friend. What are you prepared to do? Do we need Psycho up there in the street, or what do we do? I didn't say I would.
But
I didn't promise to give up my life for this bounty.
I think
So
you feel Sailgrog tap you on the shoulder. Hey, I'm invisible. Open it up just a little bit for me.
this guy's the brains of the operation.
all right, whatever.
Send him in.
What is that thing?
It's not important. I really don't know either, actually.
All right, so he opens up the door, and what happens? Sailgrog flies in,
Yeah, he's invisible now.
and who can see what he's saying?
Only Fendathos can see what he sees, but Sailgrog is looking for like that old man he saw or the guy who grabbed his head.
As he flies down there. I mean, how small is he?
He's considered, I believe, tiny.
So he's about what? Is he? I mean, is he like 2 feet tall or 1 foot tall?
No. He's like about Jack. How much Jack is holding up? He's like
So
that
he's
big.
like a blue jay size.
Yeah.
All right.
Is roughly the equivalent size of, I think, like a rat.
A rat with wings.
Mm.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So he flies in there, and I don't know how you're gonna. There's no communication with him from you, Hagen.
Yeah, well, I'm imagining he's gonna go and scope it out and then come, like, tap on the entrance and then come back.
All right, so let's go to Fenitas. You're still shaking your chair?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll strength check.
Fuck 4.
A fuck 4?
Yeah.
Is that different than a regular 4?
Yeah, it's like a 20 but better.
Yeah. Fuck 4 is like a mega crit.
All right, so this time the chair makes a squeak, and it doesn't seem to budge with your strength maneuver. And now you can hear voices outside your door. You can't hear what they're saying.
Does Silgrog hear voices?
Wait a minute. Tell me again how this works. You can hear what he hears?
Okay. So while the two are bonded, the master can sense what the imp senses as long as they are within 1 mile of each other. So I can. Oh.
Uh-oh.
It's emergency math.
Danger, quadratic.
Hagen is just growing to hate fucking Guan. This is so good.
I feel like if it weren't already such an intense situation, I'd be trying, and Hagen would be making a bigger deal of the fact that he just fucking beat the paladin into submission.
Right.
Just like
it's
stomp.
So good, man.
Didn't sit down, stomp. Done.
Our group is going crazy.
So fucking Alex and I decided, with anxiety and stuff, we would look into vaping. And fucking we went and got a vape. And so we were playing D&D. Like we have like a one-on-one campaign that we do. And fucking Alex, I fucking lost it. She fucking took a hit of the vape and like bends over the playmat and fucking like puts the big vape cloud over, and then she just looks at me and goes, "A mysterious cloud rolls in over town." I just fucking lost.
That's great.
That's a good one.
That's good. Yeah, vaping can make some big. I'm gonna go pee real quick, guys. While he's out.
Mm-hmm.
I cast Misty Step.
I should fucking do it. Like, doesn't drink its back. Alright, Misty Step.
Can you do it? What? Can you puff?
I'm gone.
Can you take a hit and then puff it as you're saying Misty Step?
Yeah, just like, well, Drake gets back, just like, Misty Step. I don't think that could have gone better. It's really fucking hard to talk while you vape, and I completely forgot about that.
Holy shit. There's a video. It's like 2 seconds long of me trying to vape for the first time.
Uh-huh.
A friend of mine left theirs at my house, and I was like, "Oh, sweet, I'm gonna try it out." He was starting me acting all confident, like, "Ah, yeah, here we go." I put it in my mouth, and I hold it there for a second, and then just as the video cuts, I go.
All right, guys. All right, sorry about that. Where were we? Oh yeah, you're going.
Waiting for a sec.
Oh, Zach. God, we've gone over time.
Have we gone over time? Oh my
No, we
God.
haven't.
Oh
We
no,
still
we're
got
like
10
nearly
minutes.
there. We got like 10 minutes. Yeah.
No, I know. I just want to get the last bit of this done. See how you guys do.
Yeah, I whenever we went to the vape shop to go pick it up,
Vape
like
shop.
the guy handed it to us and was like, "All right, go ahead and see if you like it." And so Alex like took a hit, and she was fine because she smoked like hookah before, but I've never smoked the fucking thing, and so I was like, "All right, I'm gonna be confident. I'm gonna try and do it slow. I'm not gonna fuck this up and look like an idiot." And I fucking I breathe in just fine, and then I like go to breathe out, and like halfway through, I'm like. I was like, "Fuck, damn it!"
Holy
It's
shit!
fucking hysterical.
Yeah, I remember smoking for the first time around like a bunch of friends of mine. And like they were all passing it around, and they gave it to me, and everybody knew that I'd never done anything like it. They were like, "All right, you got this, man," and I was like, "I literally have no idea what I'm about to do." I don't know what. Do I breathe in? Do I hold it there? How do I breathe in? Do I breathe in with my mouth, with my throat, with my lungs? I don't know what's happening. And like they like explained it all, and I was like, all right, that makes sense. I think this is gonna be fine then. But then about like 10 more after that, where I'm just like,
Holy shit! Because when we first got the vape, they didn't put any. There was like, because we vape CBD,
which is like the non-illegal part of marijuana.
right.
And so, but when we first got it, they were like, "Here, vape this. It's literally just vape juice. It's got no nicotine, no nothing in it."
What the hell are you guys talking about?
First started doing that, vaping, and like the fucking young hip generation we are, and so there's twice where both Alex and I like went to hit the vape, and instead of breathing through our mouths, we accidentally like breathe through our nose, and we're like, "Oh, wait a second, oops."
Wait, what were you guys smoking? Anything good?
Well, not then, but now we have CBD, so which is like the non-illegal part of marijuana that helps with like anxiety and sleeping.
Are you smoking it right now?
Yeah.
Wait, what is that? Wait, what does that do to you? Because that could be into anything.
Huh?
What does that do to you? How do you feel when you smoke that?
Just a lot calmer. It's really nice to not have anxiety sometimes for a while.
Because you were so not calm before.
He's a really aggressive dude.
Yeah, you're like way aggressive. Not
CBD oil is actually really. It's supposed to be really like a.
What's it called? CDD.
CBD, like crap boy dog.
Oh, so it's made out of dogs.
Yes.
Wait, and you buy it at a vape shop in Houston?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Jack?
I'm repping the Vape Nation.
He's repping it, dude.
Oh wait, wait, do that hand symbol again. What is that? Vape Nation?
Vape Nation.
What is that? What is that? I don't know what this is.
Did you see the lead caster? No, he was a coach and he went to do this, but accidentally went like this to the camera.
This is culture now. This is where society is.
Wait, I think I saw the movie Darkest Hour, right? And they had it was about Churchill. And did you see it? Anybody?
I have.
And
no.
In the beginning, he goes to Flash's famous victory symbol, right? But in the movie, he goes like this the first time, and then everyone is like gasping at what he did, and he walks away. He's like, "What are they talking about?" He's like, "What were you trying to do with your fingers?" He's like, "V for victory," and his little attaché, this young woman who's his translator, who like writes for him, she goes, "I think he told them all to bugger off." Because apparently this is different than this.
This, yeah.
Which is which? Is that right? Is that historically accurate?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's the not nice one. That's the nice one.
Okay, this is not nice.
Yeah,
so I'm never
it's
gonna.
just all the anime girls.
When I'm in London, I'm not gonna ask for 2 pieces of pizza.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you do that, that might be okay. You might be able to get away with it. Just don't hold it there. Just don't be like, "Yeah, can I get 2, please?"
the middle finger is universal regardless. So if you want to, this is always accurate.
But
yeah, this I didn't know. Yeah. This is what I can't even figure that out. Am I doing it right? No, I'm doing
Vape Nation, right?
That's right.
No,
That's right.
no, this is wrong. This is
No,
wrong.
that's right on camera though. We read it as VN.
Yeah.
Now
I
it's
smoke American spirits, so I'm trying to be kind of good, but I still suck at life.
I drink light baby fruity stuff, so
No, but it tastes good though.
it is real tasty.
Yeah, dude. I don't want to drink shit to get wasted. You know.
He gets it.
That's why it's like, oh, beer's a man's drink. Like, no, if
right.
by being a man you mean I have to drink dog piss, yeah, I'd rather not. I'd like to have a good time and taste a good time.
I'm a big Jameson fan, so I just drink Jameson.
I
Sorry,
don't know
guys.
what that is.
Getting a lot of math questions.
I mean, what am I saying? I've never drank. I'm not 21.
Are you not? Oh shit!
No, I'm 19.
I mean,
Oh,
never had a drink in my life.
You're in fucking UK though, so who
Yeah,
gives a
it's fine
shit?
for me.
I'm 32.
Whatever I want.
Wait, you're
All right.
32? Oh, you were
Stop
Yeah.
talking
younger.
about how old you guys are.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, let's get back to the matter at hand.
Yeah, let me get back to rolling my new character.
Okay, so Sail Grog comes back to the door, and he's like with his little knuckle, and Marco opens it up. Guanjun, what are you doing? You're out.
So I was outside doing in pain.
Yeah,
I'm gathering myself
soul
on the ground right now,
Mhm.
just going.
Wait, do you hurl?
No, I don't hurl. I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm going.
Yes,
Do it.
yes, keep going.
Throw up.
Fall.
You can't
What?
say it.
What is happening? And that's what I'm doing.
Okay, he's doing a lot of what's happening. I like it, dude. You're just so good. All right, Venitas, the two guys come back in the room, and they do some maneuvering around your neck area, and you feel like you can move your head again, and then they gag you again, and they put the bag up over your head again.
Okay.
And they're just kind of like standing around waiting for something. I don't know. You can't see what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Selgrog comes back up, and he says, I saw some guys.
Any signs that this is the place?
Then there was another staircase in the back, going down again.
Did you see what was down there?
No, I just really didn't want to. I was scared. You got scared.
Why is looking at my
scared.
familiar a bitch now?
That's a little bit. How? So this is like a small hole down into the next area, right?
It's totally different down there.
Right. What
were the guards wearing? Like,
are you there? Are you there?
I'm asking Sailgrog.
So I'm. Well, like this hole that we sent Sailgrog through, it's like small, right? It's like a little.
No. It's about two square. It's about 2 by 2.
Oh, okay.
You could fit down there.
Yeah. Was there anybody in there? Anybody down there? Who's down there?
Yeah, I saw 2 guys.
2 guys.
2 guys.
I can deal with 2 guys. Open it up.
Okay.
Oh, I want to know, Drake, if what the guards were wearing, the 2 guys were wearing.
They were wearing black, nondescript tunics with, some boots And
Did they look in any way similar to the guys who
No.
kidnapped me?
they do not.
Hmm.
They do not. All right, Hagen, you opening the thing? Going in?
Mm-hmm. Before I drop down, I want to look at Marco. Marco, obviously, you're not gonna trade your life away for this. However, I'm quite adept. I trust that you are capable. You were able to fend off Guanjun for as long as you were.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make you do anything, but all of your help would be greatly appreciated in some favorable ways.
All right, then. If you want my help, you stay here. Give me a
Oh.
few minutes.
Yeah, sure.
So he pulls open the thing, and it's actually a ladder to go down. And he goes down very, very, very quickly and quietly. And he lowers the thing on top of him. The thing. So now you're standing there by yourself with Sailgrog. I guess by yourself with Sailgrog is not by yourself.
Yeah.
And then a few minutes go. Well, what are you gonna do?
No, I'll wait.
A few minutes goes by, and the lid starts to move a little bit.
I lift it.
It's all clear.
Holy shit. Open it up and I go.
All right. So, Guanjun, you still racking your soul?
Slightly, yeah. I was
Okay.
still sitting there on the ground for a little while. I'm getting up. I'm getting better. My mind is getting clear. And I'm wondering. I don't know what has happened at all. All I know is where is my party? Where is Hagen? Where is Finn? And I knew we were heading towards that direction, based on my
if you look
locate
around,
object.
you see. Well, your locate object is worn off.
Okay.
So it's over. So, you see right next to you is like an open bulkhead door. That's all you see, and there's the back of a house.
And I kind of stumble in a little bit, slightly just off balance. I stumble in there, and what do I see?
You see in the back corner, it's light, and Hagen has got his light dagger there, and he's looking at something in the floor. Doesn't look like anything.
I kind of stumble my way down the stairs.
All right, Hagen, make a perception check, Hagen.
Mm-hmm. That is 18.
All right, you hear the creak and squeak of armor behind you. just as Marco is opening popping that thing up, you crack your neck, turning behind you to see Guanjun stumbling down the stairs, not falling this time.
Yeah.
But
Quickly.
he roll a dex check. Zach?
Me or
Me?
him?
Yeah.
Now he's falling down the stairs.
What'd you roll?
No, that's an 18.
All right, so you don't bang your head against the ceiling because you didn't quite realize it was so low. But you just place your head against the ceiling, and you can head over to them.
All right, scraping along the ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying. You actually realize that you kind of have to go down on your hands and knees,
All right.
not to make noise. If you want to do that.
No, like I'm fine. Like I'm just so out of it. Like I'm scraping my head, just holding on to the side, just scraping my head against the ceiling while I'm going down.
Now, I'm assuming you did not bring your shield with you on this whole adventure, did you?
Well, I would have thought I would have.
Yeah, so I think you left your shield upstairs.
Okay, good.
Okay, it just wouldn't even fit in here, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very difficult. Yeah, you leave your shield against the bulkhead.
Cool.
And you guys are all hovering over this little hole now. Marco's in the hole. He's standing on the ladder. And he goes and he slips down the ladder.
I start moving to make my way down. I look at Guanjun. You stay here and you shut up. And I start making my way down.
Why don't you do?
I want him to roll on that. Roll like persuasion or something.
Yeah, why don't you roll some intimidation?
Oh man, you're gonna like this number. Are we doing persuasion or intimidation?
Whichever one you like. Role play it.
Intimidation. That is 27. So I go to climb down. You sit down and you shut up, or I'll put you back under again. All right. Let's start making my way down.
All right, Guanjun, you feel compelled to protect the exit.
All right.
This is what you do actually. You watch him go down that little hole, and you're like, "Yeah, I think I'll watch the exit. It's kind of small down there." Yeah. Then got it. All right, Max. Fenitas. These two guys come over now, and you feel like a bunch of hands on you, and you're picked up out of the chair, and you're back on the floor being dragged.
Okay.
And you're leaving. I mean, I think you feel the doorway kind of hit you in the shoulder, and now you're being dragged on the floor. And you're leaving that nice place. And they didn't even give you a haircut. All right, Hagen, you come down. You now see the quick handiwork of Marco as those two guys are like laying in heaps on the ground. And across this small, like sort of anteroom at the end is a door with a strong setup with bars across it. And right through it, you can see that it goes down. So, Marco, all right, we got to try this door if we're going to get anywhere. He walks over to the door. It's like a bar door, and he looks at the lock there. And he kneels down, and he reaches into his small satchel at his side, and he pulls out some little metal instruments. And he starts working on the door.
Yeah, I wanna stand over him, just like, watching, arms folded. Man, why can't I get partied up with someone like this? Someone's so much more competent.
Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Marco is like, I get that a lot.
I
get that a lot.
You sure you don't want to just be like a permanent part of the gang? Be real handy.
Listen, I got paid to do certain things. If I were to join up with every psychobabble idiot, I wouldn't have any time to use that money.
God, he's a genius.
He's working on the door. You know, you hear like a little.
Yeah, while I've got the time. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say,
no.
while I've got the time, if I can search around on the bodies or anything for anything worth taking.
Oh, that might be a good idea. You notice these two characters. You don't see any blood on them, but they're definitely not living. They're humans. They look pretty unremarkable. They have around their neck is an embroidered collar that has the symbol of a flower on it woven into it. It's a black collar with very faint yellow stitching, and it has like a flower that's like laying down with one petal off of it, like in embroidery. They have with them, each are carrying daggers, and they have some personal effects in a small pouch, along with some silver pieces.
I will take the embroidered flower necklaces.
But they're collars. It's in the clothing. It's stitched in.
Oh, right. Could I just like cut it off?
We probably could. Do you want to mess around with that for a little while?
Yeah. That's
all
nice.
right.
I like it.
Fenitas, you are now going up some stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can feel it because you're smacking against the stairs. These guys are being much, much less careful with you now. If they ever were. Okay, Marco, he's working on the thing. You hear another. And he's like, damn. He throws another lockpick away.
I want to take. While he's doing that, I then want to take the silver. And I want to take a couple of daggers. I want to take the daggers as well.
You take their daggers.
And then, the personal effects. Is there any anything that I could use, like any food or?
No, one guy has a pair of bone dice.
Ooh, yeah.
And the other guy has a piece of bread that's like half eaten.
I'll take it all. So bone dice, like 2 daggers, the collar.
And 5 silver and 5 silver.
Man, what a haul!
Like, all right, Guanjun.
Yeah.
You're feeling really torn about what you should do. You're pacing now. It's been like a whole minute and a half, and you're like freaking out. Like, am I watching the door? Am I staying? Am I going? So you walk your way over to the opening. You did. Then you look down there. The ladder is about 9 feet. The opening is probably not big enough for you and your armor. And you're like, oh, fuck. You go back to where you were. You're pacing. All right, Venetos, you're coming up. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Guanjun.
I don't pace for long. I start pacing, and I immediately make my way towards the streets.
Oh, you're leaving?
I'm leaving. Yep.
All right, you leave. You go up into the backyard, and you go out.
Yeah, and past that, I keep walking.
Okay. Where are you going? You want to tell me what's happening?
I want to find the closest place where the most humans are.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So walk out of the alley. I'm looking around to see just where the most humans are located.
You see them. There's some people, half a block away.
I walk up half a block.
Okay.
Hey, what am I looking at here?
You're looking at like a small group of young men and women, maybe 3 or 4 people, 5 people. They seem to be going somewhere.
I walk up to them and say, "Hello. What is your names?"
Oh, I am Marybeth, and this is Ellie. And wow, look at you. And there's a guy with them. He's like, my name's Charles. What can we do for you, Silver Knight?
Charles.
Yes.
You can leave now.
I'm sorry, sir. What are you saying?
Leave now.
She's like, come on, girls, let's go. There's something wrong here.
Not the girls. Just you.
What? Well, I can't leave my sister here with her friend. Alone.
Who is your sister?
Well, this one here. And Ellie is like, hi.
Your name is Ellie?
Yes.
Ellie.
Yes.
I am a Silver Knight.
You are.
I am famous worldwide. Come with me.
Where are we going?
We're going to have a drink.
She's like, I'm Silver Knight having a drink. Mary's like, is there something wrong? You don't seem virtuous.
I don't seem anything to you. You don't know me.
Oh, my.
Ellie, come now.
Charles says, Mr. Silver Knight, if you would like to dine and drink, we would be happy to join you, but we would have to go all together. I think you understand.
I look over at him suddenly, and this voice says, leave now.
Are you doing intimidation on him?
Absolutely. No, it's an 8 actually.
It's an 8. It's an 8.
Yeah.
But this guy is scared anyway.
Oh.
He reaches over and he like grabs Maribel, and they walk like 5 steps away, and then you can hear them whispering to each other. Then they start and then Ellie's like, "Well, where are you going, Charles? Where are you going?" And she like kind of goes. She kind of follows over to where Charles went, and Charles is like, "Stay with the Silver Knight. You're safe. Go ahead,
Ellie, this way."
She's like starts to cry a little. What? I don't get it.
I scoop her up. I kind of scoop her up like this. Boom, scoop her up and kind of carry her.
All right, you scoop her up. Not too hard for a guy of your strength. You now have a young lady over your shoulder.
Yep.
Okay. And Charles is like, go easy on her. She's very young and fragile. And then he starts crying hysterically, falls to his knees, and then Maribel like runs off in the opposite direction.
Okay.
And Charles is there sobbing. Okay, Venitas. What? Go ahead.
No, you're good. Finish off.
Venitas, you come. The group stops. I think you're still on the stairs, and they say, "What the hell?" And they drop you, and you go rolling down the stairs. You take 8 points of damage. You're still completely bound.
Oh, they did retie me up?
Yeah, they tied you up.
Oh, damn.
And Hagen, Marco opens the door, and then he backs up immediately around the wall while the door is open, and you hear a voice say, "What the hell?"
Perfect.
And Marco's like this. He's like,
Hagen has no idea what that means.
He goes
I'm
like
stood in the middle of the room, like.
Now you see coming up the stairs is the top of 2 heads. They're moving slowly.
All right. I want to run at him. I'm gonna run at him.
Okay, you run at them. Marco doesn't run at them, but he watches you run past. Do you make a noise? Do you make a good noise?
Probably. Yeah. I want to run at them, and I want to try and like keep my good kick streak going, and I want to kick whoever's closest down the stairs.
All right, you I gotta look at this now. It's like small.
I got some good kicks going here.
Das Hagen.
All right, so roll it.
Wait, they're gonna land on me. No.
Wait, you're gonna throw your. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You've already committed to this. You are throwing yourself down the stairs with these guys. Essentially.
All right.
Okay. All right. What's your roll?
16.
All right. So you basically step on the last step at the top of the stairs, and you launch yourself foot first at one of them, connecting right in his solar plexus. Now you fall on your ass on the stairs, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you are now prone and falling down the stairs. The other guy flies off the step he's on, and his head hits the back of the top ceiling of the staircase, and then he comes back forward. It's like a nice little ricochet. So it's foot in chest, head against brick wall, face against step, rolling down the stairs.
Clean.
And you are now sitting on your ass halfway upside down in the corner of the staircase, trying not to roll all the way down. The other guy is taken completely by surprise, but he is pulling his dagger and he sees you right there on the ground. He's going to take a swing at you. Actually, more like a stab.
Stab swing.
Let's see how we do. Oh, shit, dude. Do you want to see?
No.
It's a nat 20.
Fuck.
Oh.
Let's see what the critical is. A 29. You're lucky.
Already did.
No. He stabs it. He stabs you square right in between two ribs. And you take 18 points of damage.
Ooh.
And you are basically the air just got sucked out of your lung.
Yeah.
You're like, and you're like double over now. Now Marco comes in and he somehow appears in front of the guy farther down the stairs, sweeps his leg and turns him over the top of his shoulder and all the way down the stairs, landing not on this huge burlap bag you see at the bottom of the stairs. And it looks like his poor little head and neck shoulder area are at a very awkward angle. The other guy is on the steps also, and he looks up and he's really pissed off.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So the guy that's pissed off now is the guy that I knocked originally.
Yeah.
Right?
He's about 4 feet down the stairs, trying to like claw at the stairs to get back up.
I want to dimension door sink into the floor.
Okay.
And I want to come out over him and land on top of him.
Okay, you can do that.
Like through the floor?
Yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah.
So you're going to land on him?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you give me a dex check to see if you hurt yourself more than him?
That's fine.
You're going to try to apply that elbow.
Nat 20.
All right.
Nat 20.
Roll 2 10-siders.
Oh, man. That is 69.
Oh, my God, dude. You know what 69
This is
is?
the greatest roll of my life.
Dude, you got to understand that that's a good roll. 66 to 69 is like a special roll. So you come out of the ceiling of this stairwell, and you are actually all elbow. And you place that elbow right on the bridge of his nose and smash his face right in.
Oh, I thought it was going to be destroy his genitalia.
No.
Yeah, wait, it was 69. Come on.
Oh, yeah, that could be good, but no. And now you're like you're sprawled on him, and you both go sailing down the stairs. You kind of ride him like a dead sled, and you end up at the bottom with the other dead guy, and you notice that you're in like a hallway that has like adjoining rooms off of it, and this place looks much bigger than it should. And then you hear something like near you.
Oh, one more. I kick it. No. Yeah, I quickly scramble, stop pulling at the sack, the bag.
Yeah, Marco
open it
joins
up.
in, and you find a bloodied mess of a 13-year-old child. No, it's Fenditas.
I fall backwards, lean sitting back against the wall, just like, oh my god.
All right, let's get out of here. Or do you wanna
Agreed.
hang-
And I just bolt.
Well, yeah. So you really can't run yet. They gotta. You're like
Oh,
tied
okay.
up in these convoluted, folds of this sail. So they're just kind of like pulling you up the stairs and figuring out which limb they can get out at which time. And you make it to the ladder, and Marco takes out a blade, and he holds it right up to you. Venetas is like, "This is what we've been after," and he like goes down and he cuts the rest of this thing off of you, so your feet are free. And he pushes you. You go first.
Up the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shimmy up the ladder as quickly as my little legs go.
And then he's like, he grabs you, Hagen, by the shoulder. He's like, "You next, go."
He's a valuable asset. And I start climbing up the ladder.
Meanwhile, you're still wheezing from the dagger.
Yeah.
The dagger between your ribs. So you're.
Is the dagger still?
Yes, you didn't take it
Oh my
out.
god, that's fine.
You have a dagger sticking out of your small of your back.
Just in there.
And then when you get to the Venetas, you're very happy in the first cellar.
Mm-hmm.
You walk, you see it's like a dirt floor. There's a lot of rafters above your head, and there's a light coming from the street, coming from some bulkheads across the room.
Okay. I immediately I'm still bolting, and then I get to the top, and I see Guanjun's shield lying there.
Yeah.
And then I'll pick that up, and then I'm assuming the only way I can see is towards the street, because you said it's like a fenced-in like lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a backyard with another building on the other side, and then maybe there's some alleyways on each side of this building.
All right. And, well, I went through. I saw through Sail Grog, so I actually do know vaguely where I'm going.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. So
Hagen,
I'll exit towards that street.
You come to the top of the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
You see Venetas like going up the other steps.
Yeah, I'm following, still wheezing. Honestly, at this point, the adrenaline rush of what I just performed and getting all this done, I've forgotten that there is a dagger sticking out.
Exactly. You're like, what is that feeling?
It's like,
it's like a hindrance on myself I've done to myself.
What is my lungs being pierced is actually me just going, man, I'm real tired. That really took...
Yeah, exactly. You don't really know because it's like a shock pain.
Yeah.
You just feel like you're so out of breath that you can barely climb those stairs.
Mm.
And then you come to the top of the stairs, and you're there. The two of you are there. You see Guanjun's shield. Venetas, make a perception check.
10.
You notice there's a knife blade sticking out of Hagen's back.
Just like, all right. First off, thank you very much. I'm very grateful for my life, and I probably owe it to you now. Not gonna like this, but I need to do this. Take a deep breath.
Oh, what do you mean you're gonna?
All right, so
I'll try and clot the bleeding.
You pull out the knife.
Yeah.
You pull out the knife. It completely collapses your lung, and now you are suffocating. You're suffocating. So Hagen falls to the ground with like excruciating look on his face, and he starts to turn a little blue.
Hagen explodes.
Hagen explodes? Yes.
Yeah.
Does Hagen explode?
Hagen explodes.
Okay. Wait, what happens when you explode again?
Why is Hagen a blowfish? What is this defense mechanism?
Yeah, right?
Wait. You know what? I want to look that thing up. What is that called?
Radiant
awesome.
consumption.
What's it called?
Radiant consumption.
It might be easier to just go on Volo's guide and look at
I know, I have everything here.
Well, literally just go into my
Oh,
character.
okay.
Yeah.
Radiant consumption. Here it is, starting at 3rd level.
I just love that you're like a ticking time bomb. It's like Hagen explodes.
It's
Yeah,
just like
this is so
panic
great.
Wait a
reaction.
minute.
I just-
Radiant.
It's so good.
Wait, where the hell is it? Are you a scourge?
Yes.
There it is. Sorry, I think that was- You can do that. You could do it up for a minute, or you can end it whenever you want. But if you're out of control of it, I'm going to say it's going to last the whole time.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so you take 5 damage, Fenitas.
Yep, and I'm blown back by it.
Right, and it like really, really makes a big, bright. I didn't say it makes any noise though. Causing your eyes to glimmer and two luminous incorporeal wings to sprout from your back.
Mm.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
forgot.
Does
I
it
forgot about all
cauterize
of
the
that
wound
earlier.
though?
Ooh.
You don't know. So after about a minute, you can't even look at him.
I'm, like,
You've
writhing
seen
around
this.
the floor, like,
Yeah. You see, you kind of see through your squinting. You see he has like these radiant wings. You didn't quite notice this before last time this happened, which I think happened in the first town.
Mm.
When did you do this before?
The first time it happened was in the fight in the second town with the demons, where we met the shapeshifting demons.
At Mazette, right?
Yeah, Mazette.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Also,
yeah,
if I'm just laying there doing that for a full minute, that's like 40 damage to me.
no.
But you're resistant to it, remember?
Oh,
no,
I was.
No. It only
Is it
does half your level rounded down.
Which
Yeah,
is 4.
so that's 4, and then you take half of that because you're
Do I
resistant
take
to
half of that?
radiant. Yeah, because you're resistant to radiant, so that's
Right.
true.
Cool.
Yeah.
So that's 20.
It doesn't really say you hurt yourself, does it?
It does.
Yeah, it does, because it says
Yeah.
every creature, including yourself.
Because it's I'm like actually like on radiant
However-
fire, like it's burning me.
Wait.
Before-
Did I read the wrong thing?
No, I don't think so.
Radiant what? Consumption?
Radiant consumption.
Oh, I read the wrong thing, dude. Sorry.
While Hagen, as
Hold
soon as that,
on.
Starting at that level, use your action to unleash the divine energy within yourself, causing a searing light to radiate.
Yeah.
from
Pour out of your eyes,
and
mouth,
threaten
and
to charge
threaten to char you. And each creature then 10 feet take radiant rounded up. In addition, once each of your turns, you can deal extra radiant damage to one target if you wish. So you probably don't wish to do that.
No.
1 minute or until you end its bonus action, which you do not. During it, you shed la 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 la. So at the end of each of your turns, you and each of your creatures within 10
resistance. I forgot about that. So that's like 5.
This is like so confusing. Wait,
does
says
it say
it says a minute,
Mhm.
but a turn. I mean, I don't know when they.
A
It's
turn
6
is
seconds.
6 seconds. So that would be 10. So it would burn me for 10 turns.
Oh, I got you. So you're doing it for. You could do it for up to 10 turns.
Yeah. So I'd be taking the 5 damage resisted. So does that go to 2 or to 3?
This 2, everything rounds down in D&D unless it says round up.
Yeah,
Okay,
but you know what? This one says you and each creature
That
within
says
10 feet
rounded
take.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
No,
5
but
and
that's
resisted down to 2. So then I'd take
Yeah.
20 over the whole minute.
Now, Fenitas, you are knocked back, but actually you can get out of the radius after. It's only 10 feet. It's only a 10-foot radius.
Although I'm gonna try, and as soon as that happens, I'm going to like awaken mind into Hagen.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen you cast Healing Word before, right?
Mm.
I'm gonna telepathically speak into your mind and just be like, Hagen, calm down, heal yourself, and you'll be all right.
I'm like laying on the floor, like steam coming off of me, like charred.
All right, so Fenitas, you're going to take another round of damage if you do that.
No, it's within 30 feet, so I'm gonna be like, wait. I'm still gonna be away. I'm using telepathy.
I was assuming that was after the full minute of me like rolling around right.
No, I'm trying to get you to like not be exploding
right.
anymore. You're also attracting a lot of attention, probably.
Hagen's gonna be like panicking for the full minute. Honestly, I'm gonna say.
Yeah. So he does that. And after about a minute of you trying to tell him to calm down in your best Dr. Phil voice, the radiant light subsides.
And I just sort of lay out flat, just like.
Yeah, you're still not feeling much better. It's just that
I'm feeling much worse.
Your radiance is expired, but your pain has not gone down. You have such a hard time breathing.
If I can, I want to sort of just flop one of my arms onto myself and cast my healing.
Okay. How many points does that heal?
I've got my. I can heal 9 to myself with my racial healing hands,
Okay.
and then
Have you done that before? Or is this the first time I've seen that?
no, healing hands I've done before.
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't used healing word,
He
though,
did it on me once.
which I might also do. I might also do healing word. So yeah, I'm gonna healing hand, and then other hand healing word. You're gonna hit it here. Once the first one's hopefully fixed my lungs up enough, I can say some wispy words.
Okay, you cast healing hands. You start to feel a little less pain in your chest. You're very short of breath. It would be hard for you to say 5 words in a row.
That's all right. I won't do that then.
Fenitas, what are you doing?
I look very intrigued by, because actually paying attention now, seeing that he didn't use his healing word to first heal himself. So I'm sort of, you see a look of interest, and then back to rush, because there's probably people chasing us, and we need to get the fuck out. So I'm gonna try and like help Hagen up, and try and like stumble with him through the streets.
All right, what are you doing with the shield?
I guess I just fucking drop it at this point.
I mean, Marco's there. Can Marco?
Oh yeah, where's Marco?
Polo. There it is. All right.
What?
And
Polo.
then.
What did you just say?
Polo.
Somebody finally said Polo, and it was him.
Oh yeah. Okay. Where's Marco Polo?
And then I'll try and cast Fly again. Does it work this time?
Well, didn't you? Yeah, doesn't work.
It still doesn't work.
Well, how many of those do you have? You said you had 1 spell slot, right?
Yeah, and then you said
you have to try. So you cast an Eldritch Blast, which is a cantrip, right?
Yeah, that doesn't take a spell slot.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, you're standing there. You come to the corner of the main drag. Immediately across the street, you see a man laying on the ground sobbing. He's just crying. There's nobody else around.
Yeah, that's a good distraction. And then I just keep hobbling with Hagen on my shoulder.
All right. Which direction are you going? Do you have any idea where you are?
Yeah, because I saw through what's his face's Sailgrog's eyes. So I'll go back to where we came from.
All right, roll intelligence check.
Okay. That's a 9.
Yeah, you know what? The Sailgrog gave you some idea, but you don't know street to street because he flew and you walked. You're walking. It's a little tough.
Okay.
To figure out exactly how to get back to wherever you're going.
Okay, I'll have Sailgrog fly up into the night sky and then scout ahead, tell me where to go.
Okay, so where do you want to actually go?
I'm trying to head back to the barracks.
Okay. Guanjun, what are you doing?
All right, so I'm with this girl. I'm looking for the nearest side road / little place I can slip in between.
Okay, you find a suitable raping point.
Pretty much, right? Yeah. So I go off on the side, and I slam the girl down to the ground, and I say, "You smell delicious."
Now she's now screaming and crying. She's like, "Why? And she starts hitting you on the side of your head. These are ineffectual blows. And now
I
she's
take my
squirming.
hand and I put it over her mouth, and I say, "You ask why? Because I am destruction."
And she tries to grab your eye.
She can try.
Okay, keep going.
I am evil. And you smell delicious.
All right. So what do you do next?
I go and I kind of bite her ear.
You bite her hair.
And I take a chunk off of her ear. I bite it off.
Oh my gosh.
And I start chewing it.
All right. You're getting some ear gum there.
And I start crying.
You start crying.
Tears start forming in my eyes. And I kind of fall to the side immediately. And I'm like, what am I doing? What is happening? And the girl has a chance to stand up and get away, obviously.
Yeah, she like runs away from you. And you have blood all over your mouth.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there like freaking like, what is happening? And I don't know what's going on.
And as you do that, guys, you are in the street and you see a beam of very bright light come down from the sky. And it goes into an area maybe about 100 feet away. And it doesn't seem to light up any of the area around it. It looks almost like a lightning bolt. I hear a dog like licking something.
That's my dog licking her water. I apologize.
Is that the sound the light makes?
No, it's fine. I just like that noise. It's cute. Guanjun, you don't really know what's happening to you right now, physically, but you're swept away from this space. And you are now in a beautiful, cloudy place with no ground and no trees and no nothing. And you are alone in the clouds somewhere. And you hear, "My defender, you are challenged. Will you fail or will you prevail? You must vanquish the evil within yourself before you can serve me any further. Resist. Have your faith. Plot your path. Resist."
And I break down into the most crying, tearful state you've ever seen me in ever. And I'm just like, I will resist. I will resist.
You must keep your focus. Your group is dwindling. But as long as you are there, your realm has a chance. And the light stops, guys. You don't see it anymore. And you're sitting in the alleyway. And we're going to drop the curtain there.
Cool.
Let's talk. We stayed on late tonight.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think you are?
Where do you think we are?
I mean, just figuratively.
I really, really, really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, you guys were great.
Yeah, I thought it went well.
What's that?
Yeah, I thought it went well.
I think it was weird, having obviously we're like with much fewer now, it's the three of us. I think it's probably a lot more enjoyable, partly because of that, which is just because like things happen a lot quicker.
Right.
Like a lot more was able to get done. Obviously, we stayed longer, but like
no, that's why
we didn't have like 5 people's things going on, which I enjoy having more people, but I think if we're gonna have more people, we need to be able to make the things happen like at this kind of pace, because it's easier to do with fewer people, but it was a lot easier for me to stay like engaged.
Right now, it was great. You guys were amazing. I mean, Zach had an existential crisis. Right? He's doing some bad things. It was bad Guan Jun tonight.
Yeah.
And Max, you got kidnapped.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I thought you played it really well.
Thank you.
I did too. Yeah.
I thought you guys tapped into whatever you could. The Sail Grog thing made himself very useful. I think without him, it might have been not possible.
Yeah.
But something else very interesting happened. You guys got an ally. But at the end of the session, he's not with you.
Yeah.
He never seemed to come up from the basement. And what else happened? What else happened to you, Venitas, while you were imprisoned?
Yeah, that whole like the guy that who like took my head and just like ran through all my memories.
Yeah,
that was pretty interesting, to say the least. So I'm kind of curious as to what that means, and I'm definitely a lot more curious as to why this group wants the girl now.
So in the efforts to move the story along and to sort of further the intrigue with you guys. He's like hitting that thing. It's so funny. That's such a huge...
Don't make me laugh while I'm fucking...
Nothing like laughing with a mouthful of vape.
Yeah, it's great.
We're trying to get him to talk with it.
You probably feel like Hagen did. Well, so I had Marco give you a synopsis of kind of the factions that are laid out. It's very interesting because I do want. We did a lot of work on Black Smoke, which we're not going to tell you everything, but it's like, did you catch on to like the hierarchy? The number one guys are the government. The number two guys are the muscle, and the 3 and 4 guys want to be number one.
Yeah,
and you're not really sure who took the girl, who kidnapped you, how it's going to turn out, why you're getting help, if you're even getting help, if you're in the clear. And you guys just made a lot of, I think the most interesting thing is that those guys knew who you were as soon as you walked out.
I'm just kind of curious as to, it's like, if they already knew like who I was and what I was doing, like why did they kidnap me in the first place?
That's a good question. They might have just wanted to put you in the hands of that guy. Maybe not. That's all you know.
I'm intrigued because I think Black Smoke has a lot to offer, so I think it's a really cool environment.
There's some other stuff that we've gotten like little subtle hints on that I know Max and I have been hanging on to. That like definitely implies there's tons more to Black Smoke that we could explore and it maybe might even not, but like is there to be found out is really
it's a fascinating place. That you currently have one mission in front of you.
Yeah.
But this guy Marco said he might know where the girl is, but now you don't know where he is. You don't know where he is.
With the kinds of names we've had dropped around Black Smoke, there's a lot of potential there, I think, and a lot of options.
Yeah.
But also, a couple of other things that I found interesting in this session were, I feel like there was a little subtle thing that kicked off another little like arc that I'm excited about, which was, for the first time in the adventure, Hagen and Fen have actually had like a sync up. Like their minds have, it's the partnership that was before and has since divided, had a weird overlap moment where they were like back in the same mindset for a second.
I like that. I thought that would happen, or something else might happen.
It was weird because for the first time, that's a story thing that I wasn't planning to do for ages. That actually just happened, and I was like, "Oh my god, whoa!"
Well, I think
because
what
like Max and
happened,
I actually hit the same.
And one thing I liked the most about this session was that each of you role played some fear.
Mm.
And fear is what is universal. So if you are afraid of your friend and your friend is afraid for himself, then you will connect. And I think that worked really well. And Guan Jun, you were not afraid. And you were a completely different reaction than Hagen. And you went into something else, which I thought was really perfect because, maybe your single purpose and your torment at the same time in the same head, didn't have any room for any fear. Is that kind of what you thought?
Yeah, I think I'm playing Guan Jun right now, as you all know, as a pretty tormented figure. So I think that he's playing himself pretty well. I hope. I hope you guys appreciate the way I'm playing him.
Oh,
yeah.
And
like what's happening with what he's doing, and like I'm not following the same mold. And when I was out there alone with, homeboy, I was threatening his soul. And then I went and found a girl, and then I broke out of that whole thing and was like, "What am I doing?" He's tormented. He's having a hard time.
Yeah, I think he needs to find his faith again, because the things allied against you are pretty tough, all of you.
Like
and
this,
I think, yeah,
like this figure, this demon that's inside of him is really powerful. This is a powerful being. So for him to fight this right now might be kind of hard, but with what you just did, with that whole scenario that you plugged in just now, it might help him break out of the hold of this individual.
Right. We're just simplifying.
I